3, 2, 1. Cardinals are the NCAA Division III champions, beating RIT on their home ice 6-2. Number one, man. Number one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 2 of the doubleheader Saturday. I'm Elazar Perez with co-host Pat Pfeiffer as we get ready for the matchup everybody has been waiting for. Plattsburgh Cardinals will face off against the Geneseo Knights. Plattsburgh, number 2, looks to clinch their first championship game appearance since the 2016-2017 season, while Geneseo looks to continue their playoff hot streak and their 5th straight championship game appearance. The last time these two teams met, it was a tight game, but Plattsburgh came out on top. However, this game is a win-or-go-home game, so anything can happen tonight. So, Pat, what you got for this game?
Eli, I think it's going to be a really good game. We saw the women's team win earlier, so we're expecting to see the same thing from the men's here. But the 2nd seed versus 3rd seed here, I think both these teams are really close in terms of talent, in terms of win probability here, so I think we'll see a good one.
Oh, you're right about that. Overall, both teams looking to get a win, looking to clinch this semifinal game, head back to the championship game, and try to bring a title back to their campus. So it's a lot to really see tonight, especially with the men's coming off of a good regular season. But Geneseo, they're coming with momentum. They just came off of a win against Fredonia. What do you expect from this game?
These are two really good teams, Eli. I think it's going to be really physical. I think we're going to see a lot of hits, a lot of chirpy stuff, a lot of scrappy stuff near the boards. See a couple fights maybe. We saw a couple weeks ago that big hit by Brandon Butler over the middle, caused some controversy. So I think we'll see a lot. I think Ronald B. Staff Arena is going to be absolutely electric today. It's going to be just so loud, energetic, and everything. So we got some more hockey here tonight, man. Yeah, you can't get enough of it.
And it's a sold-out crowd too. But listen, Joe caught up with some of the players before this game. Let's check out some of those interviews right now.
Playoff hockey begins in Cardinal country today as men's hockey takes on Geneseo in just a few moments. I had the pleasure of sitting down with a few cards in today's edition of Cardinal Conversations.
2 hours before the game, I gotta drink a Starbucks double shot coffee every time.
I kind of just like to do the same thing. It's like 3, like 4 o'clock. I just kind of get a meal in me, and I do the rink around 5 and get ready, get changed. We do a team stretch and stuff like that.
Like my superstition is just bring in like an extra set of like contacts, like Gatorade, water, and those are like the really only things that I always do.
I'm actually a huge nap guy. I like to take a big long nap before the game and then wake up, eat something. I actually like to eat just like a bowl of cereal before the game, like Cheerios.
When it comes about an hour before game time, that's when the headphones go on and I do all the weird goalie stuff, like bouncing the balls off the wall and focusing and dialing in.
I like to go onto the bench, visualize just different plays, visualize the puck going in, see it in my brain.
I think we have a really good team this year, and I think we're able to go far. And, you know, we have to be ready, and that's the only thing that I can, and the locker room knows that too. Our team, I think, knows it.
Everyone kind of is buying into what our coaches want us to do. Everyone has a role. It's not people stepping out of their comfort zone and doing maybe what their skill set they can't do in their skill set. Everyone knows kind of what they have to do on the ice to make this team successful. All of us just playing as a whole and relying on each other.
Getting shots on net has been working for us. That's what's led to the record this season.
Play fast, transition fast, get pucks to the net. We get our D up in the rush and in the play a lot in the offensive zone. It's pretty hard to defend for other teams, so that works pretty well for us.
We try to get the puck as quick as we can up to the forwards, just get it in the zone, let our offense go to work. We got a lot of offensive defensemen, a lot of good guys up front, so just get it in there and let everyone go to work.
Win at all costs.
We just gotta stick to what we know works, and if we do that, we should have no problem.
Really just taking short, hard shifts and leaving it all out there every shift.
We haven't played since last Wednesday, so we've kind of been practicing a lot. Guys are kind of getting antsy, ready to go.
We're at home, so we got to take care of business.
Our crowds have been unreal, and the students and everybody just gets so into it.
The local fans are really good.
I've definitely talked to a lot of fans and people, and I want to win for them because they want it so bad, and it makes me want to play even better in this upcoming game.
When you go and you step on the ice at the Ronnie B and just the seats are packed and you got fans waiting for you after the game to sign autographs, it kind of makes you feel like a little bit of a celebrity, and it's really, really cool to be a part of.
It's go time.
It was really nice hearing from those players, and really the mindset tonight, get revenge from last year's game. Semifinals last year was an upset. Just because Brockport came back, but it threw out all the momentum Plattsburgh came into that game, and I want to see revenge. You're facing a team, you're facing Geneseo, you're facing the defending champs. It's time to do an upset. It's time to get vengeance. So.
Right, they need this. They're hungry. Last year, we saw them blow that lead. They were up a lot of goals. Even in the last couple minutes, it was 6-4, 6-6, lost in overtime, 7-6. So they're hungry, this team. I think they want it really bad. Geneseo won't be easy. That's a good team. We're going to see a good goalie matchup tonight between Schiller and Pizzetti. So it's going to be a really good game, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be physical. It's going to be rough in the corners. Hard to generate any offense. I'm thinking a low-scoring game tonight, Eli. Like 2-1, 3-2. So
low scoring, I'll say, but both these teams coming with a momentum. I feel like really low scoring could be the way, but I feel like the penalties are going to come out this game. I feel like there is going to be a lot of penalties. These two teams are going to be hungry for one thing, and that's making it back to the championship. And penalty-wise, you know, you're going to see a lot of players in that box tonight, and I'm just going to say it's aggressiveness. This team comes with a lot of aggressiveness, and let's see if the Knights can really handle that right now.
That's a good point with the penalties. There might be a lot of penalties because it's going to be a physical game. So a lot of power plays, a lot of scoring. Plattsburgh sits around 20% in the power play. So does Geneseo. So above average power plays for both teams. Both operate really well. So it's going to be, I think, like you said, if people are in the box, might be able to come around goals a little bit. But 5-on-5, I think it might be tough to come around goals. I think both these goalies are going to perform really well. Both defenses are going to be ready, and yeah.
Well, a little recap from what happens to the women's games. The women's taking a 7-1 win against Canton. They will face SUNY Cortland in next week Saturday on St. Platty's Day. So that's a good matchup to watch. But That's all from us here. Let's send it back to the arena with Joe and Bruce, who will be covering up tonight's game.
Welcome one, welcome all into the Ronald D. Stafford Arena here in Plattsburgh, better known as the Fieldhouse, where we're here for a SUNYAC playoff matchup between Plattsburgh and Geneseo. My name is Bruce Juno. Joined alongside me is Joe Mason. As always a pleasure, Joe. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I'm really looking forward to this playoff hockey. We haven't seen it in quite some time, and we're all looking forward to it. Looking ahead to the matchup with Geneseo, Plattsburgh played them twice this season, 1 win, 1 tie. They've proved that they can beat this team no matter how good they are. It's just a matter of the playoff nerves get to them tonight.
Exactly, and there's big stake coming as out of the past 5 seasons, Geneseo has taken home the SUNYAC championships, 4 of them, and you want to know who won the 5th one? Nobody, because there wasn't any hockey during the COVID year. So this Geneseo team is coming out with something to prove, and I think Plattsburgh's doing the same thing with the results they've had against them this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I talked to so many players, or I had the pleasure of talking to so many players this week. Jack Ring, Mitchell Hale, Adam Tredowitz, Brendan Young, Luke Jarusik, Jacob Hearn, and Jake Laney all had so many great things to say, and most of them all agreed that they want to win this for the fans. Every one of them had communicated with some fans over the past couple days and the weeks leading up to this big game, and every one of them wants to, win it for the fans because they've been having so many great crowds out here, and tonight's no different. Almost every seat is filled, and everybody's ready to rock in Cardinal Country tonight.
Yeah, this is a game everyone's looking forward to, Joe, and especially because Plattsburgh did get the first round bye, and Geneseo had Fredonia travel out to them where they got to play on home ice, and they beat them 3-0. So a little bit fresher legs for Geneseo, but Plattsburgh had the higher seed. So whose game is it? I'm ready to find out.
Yeah, that makes the 2 of us, man. It's going to be a heck of a game. I also want to note this. With the players I spoke to, all of them agreed and said, listen, we enjoy the bye, we enjoy the week off, but a lot of them wanted to play that weekend. A lot of them wanted to say, hey, listen, I'm amped, I'm ready to roll. Forget about the bye. I want to play this weekend. Mitchell Hale told me that. A few other players told me that. It's a big night. Everybody's excited.
Yeah, and especially as a fan, you'd think these players would love to just have as many buys as possible, but a lot of them just love the game. There's so much and are just ready to play, ready to make that run to the championship, and even further on as Plattsburgh comes in at the number 7 in the nation and Geneseo at the number 2, or number 11, sorry. Close enough.
Here we go again.
I had to have that.
Yeah.
I'm getting it out of me.
No more. No more the rest of the game.
Yeah, so both teams are looking to make it a lot further than just SUNYAC's, but at the same time, you got to get through each other first. And this is going to be a grit-driven, tough game for both teams. And Plattsburgh has the 1 win. They have the 1 tie. And the 1 tie came here at the Fieldhouse.
And I was there for that game, was not on the call for that game. Never forget it. There was a goal, I can't tell you who it was by, but I believe 4 seconds into the game, or 20 seconds left, something along those lines. And they went to overtime. Both teams played great. Ended up being a tie, but Plattsburgh showed that night and in the other game they can play with this team without any reasonable doubt.
Yeah, both these teams have proven themselves. That's why they're here. That's why they're here, Joe. That's why they came in at the number 2 and the number 3 seed, only falling behind Oswego, who has been another very dominant team in 100%. The SUNYAC.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a huge game, and we're honestly looking forward to it, every one of us in this arena.
And now we're going to take a moment to sing our national anthem.
Yes, sir.
Tom McNichols.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the red were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah.
As you're not going to stop hearing us.
Yeah.
But
Our nonsensical rambling
yeah, you're
is
gonna
come
actually
to a
get to
close.
watch some hockey.
Yes.
I'm
Can't-
excited, Joe. It's been a while since I've been in the booth.
What's that?
It's been a while since I've been in the booth, but
Yeah.
I mean, about the same amount as you, but you got to do the women's game
Yeah.
earlier.
You got caught at the border. They had you in custody for a little
Yeah,
while.
no.
Was that the rumor?
No, it just I took a shortcut too, and it didn't. It
Was
didn't
not a
turn out
shortcut.
to be too short. But we're here now. We're ready
That's
to go.
all that matters.
I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I know you have too, and
Yeah.
I know these players have as well. As puck drop is just moments away here at the Fieldhouse in Plattsburgh. Fantastic showing. Let's get this one going.
I'm ready to rock, man.
I'm excited.
Can't say I've been more excited for a hockey game in quite some time.
I agree. As puck drop, won by Geneseo, taken into the defensive zone and skated around. Swung back, passed up the left side, tipped in for no icing, and it goes behind the net. Now Russo picks it up, finds Callanan. Callanan, cross ice. Drusic looks for a wind up. Kind of whiffed, and easy save. Now Russo, he shoots. That one goes wide. Comes over to Hogg. Hogg puts it in for Callanan. It goes past him down the boards. Still in the Plattsburgh offensive zone. Chipped out now and chasing it in. And a nice diving effort by Hogg to clear that one away. Now, Gilmore fighting in the corner. Picked up by Stockdale. Stockdale chipping it into the Geneseo zone and going off for a change. Now picked up by Pullman. Slung around. That's Wilkins off the boards. Skirmish for it, taken by Thomas. Tried to chip out of the zone, kept in by Morgan. Now Drusic. Wilkins and Hale, Wilkins clears, only to the stick of Ring. Up ice, Young dumps it in, and we'll have Chase himself, picked up by Wilkins. Wilkins takes a big hit from Drusic.
Wow.
And Plattsburgh with another shot, and that one will go right into the chest of Petizian.
I need to respond to that. That was a huge hit by Jarusic. And I talked to him this week, and he said physicality. This game is going to be a physical game. Everybody's looking forward to it. And when it comes to physicality, he said they build off of it. Whether you get hit or you're throwing hits, this drives the energy of both teams. And there it is right there.
I'm
Huge
glad
hit.
you had the pleasure of talking to him, because he just proved exactly what he said, Joe.
Yeah, threw a huge hit. Got the crowd into this early.
Exactly. Schiller blockers that one away. Belina wrapped around to Reva Vitale, up to Breyer, over to Tredowitz as he skates forward, uses his speed, try to get on the backhand, and that one will go over the net. And Petizian will knock his net away. Let's take a look at that hit that Jarusic just made. Absolute blast. Able to keep the possession in the Cardinals' favor after that one, as it did go for a face-off right after that, as Petizian was able to hold. Refs now fix the net, and we're ready to get back going.
Yeah, I'm ready to rock, man. You know, enough with the face-offs. Let's dive in.
I know, it's not even been 2 minutes. We've had like 5.
We are so ready.
Good time
So
for
is
hockey.
everybody in this arena. Everybody's, pumped up, ready to rock. Almost all of the seats in this Ronald B. Stafford Arena, 1,924, almost all of them have been filled.
Which is a phenomenal showing for this very anticipated rivalry matchup. Now Maya Picked up on the hand pass from Breyer, so that will go for another face-off. This one coming in the Plattsburgh defensive zone.
Mitchell Hale, I had the pleasure of speaking with, one of the captains of this Plattsburgh Cardinals team. Going into this game, he said to me, listen, our speed is hard to play against, play fast, transition fast, and limit the chances for Geneseo. And so far, a couple minutes in, they haven't done too bad with that.
Exactly. Let's see if they can keep up that pressure as Geneseo now in the offensive zone. Look for a shot. That one goes over the net. Caught by Wynn. Now picked up by Trudowitz. Trudowitz skates forward, dumps it in, and they will go off for a change. The puck is left behind the net. Picked up by Wynn. Wynn skates forward. Tipped in by Smunt. And it's picked up by Hogg. Hogg looks to swing it forward. Can't get it out of the zone. There's a shot. Nice save by Schiller.
Just shrug that one off, Bruce.
Yeah, he was ready for it. Tussle in the corner. Wynn and Thomas. It'll fall back to Aruzo. Over to Hogg. Hogg looks up for Laney. Laney's offside. He doesn't know it. He did know it. Yeah, I believe it was just offsides by Laney, if I'm not mistaken. As we will go to the far side for another face-off in the neutral zone.
This is, so far, been as promised, Bruce. Physicality, some good scoring chances. Everything you like to see in a good hockey game.
Exactly. You can see that both these teams want this game, and it's only been 3 minutes. That one's shot on net. Picked up and wrapped around the boards by DeMuro. Now it's Stockdale. Skates around. 4-on-3. Drops it off. Looks for the shot. Unable to be held. Picked up and skated around. Back to Modry. Cross slice to Butler. Butler looks for a quick shot. That's saved. And he's able to cover up the initial rebound. And we'll have another face-off, Joe.
I'm ready to play, man. I'd like to see some non-stop play for the next couple minutes.
You want to get out there and play?
I didn't say that, Bruce. I did not say that. I don't think I can take any of these guys, to be completely honest with you. That's why I'm up in the booth.
Yeah, I feel that. Gallagher matched up against Kutsamitsis.
Bruce, I will add, though, if you want to jump out there, you dropped the mitts a few times.
Yeah, a couple times back in the day. I used to play Pee-wee hockey.
Most recently, your biggest challenge was Sean Lemieux. Couple months back.
It's a fun little skirmish.
Yeah.
Now we're wrapped around the net. Out to the neutral zone. Wilkins looks to dump it in. Picked up by Modry, who takes a hit. Now it's a shot. Blocked away, pardon me. And rustled in the corner. Callanan looks to dump it. Gets an awkward flick, but that one will work. And Wilkins will go back to chase. Popped up. Schiller able to contain and cover as Morgan was coming in hot.
Yeah, probably a really good idea. One of the top centers of this Geneseo team, Peter Morgan, sophomore from Sarasota, Florida.
Only 5'6", Joe.
But 13 goals on the season, leads actually second on the team to Stefan Miklakos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how you pronounce that gentleman's name. Yep. So he's been a big point getter for this Geneseo team.
He's looking to have an impact today as he is the one that has the puck. Drops it off, leaves it in the corner for Thomas. Thomas gets it taken away by Ring. Now back to Thomas. Thomas circles around the net of Schiller, and it's tipped away by Brennan Young. Young able to get a stick to that one. That one's popped up, and a pop fly is caught by a fan and given to his daughter in the crowd.
You'll love to see it, Bruce.
Always what you love to see.
Those feel-good moments. Hockey's a rough and tumble sport, but, stuff like that, like fan cams and stuff like that, you like to see it.
Yeah, exactly. That's Thomas versus Jarusik on the face-off, and it's won eventually by Thomas. Now, scuffle in the corner. Young taking on two Geneseo, and he's able to win that one away. Tipped into the zone. Young to chase. and it will be covered by Patisian.
Probably a wise choice. You never want Brendan Young, if you're a goaltender, near the crease because he can provide some offense and some leadership. So if you're a Plattsburgh player, he's been amazing. He's this year he's had 7 goals, 2 assists, and 9 points this season. So
phenomenal
he's been good.
numbers. That's wrapped around, chased by Maya. Tried to be slung back in, but it's only picked up as far as Zarowski. Now Zarowski unable to clear, only as far to Aruzo, but Doran is there to collect. Now Aruzo looks for the shot from Hogg. That one goes wide, takes a deflection, picked up by Wynn. Dumped forward for Smunt to chase, and that will leave the neutral zone. And we will go for another offsides, another face-off as Raybom wasn't able to keep it in.
5.5 into this game, Bruce. We've seen it all, honestly. We've seen everything but goals. Excuse me, we've seen everything but goals. We've seen some good physicality. We've seen some good chances. No goals on the board, but they'll be coming.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting some here soon, Joe. I feel like we've been having face-offs more than we've been having playing time. I feel like we've been up here for 20 minutes to cost some game already. Now that one goes all the way around the boards, and we're looking like we might have an icing unless Tredowitz can get there first. No, he can't. Ref's discretion, we're going down for icing.
I had the pleasure of speaking with Adam Tredowitz over the past couple of days. Actually, yesterday, him and I had a nice conversation. He said having a good mindset and contributing to this team. It doesn't matter if it's goals, assists, blocks. There's multiple ways to contribute to a hockey team. It's not just goals. There's so much more. There's leadership. There's a ton of other stuff, and that's really what he was driving at when we had our little discussion the other day.
Exactly. As Maya slings it across, it'll only come as far as DeMuro. Now McClockto's shot. That one goes wide. Another shot on target. Hits the skate of Hogg. Almost knocked him over, but it's skied over the net by Macklett. Macklett again takes a deflection. Maya makes a little kick stop to himself. Dumps it forward for Breyer. Maya will catch. Clear into the zone. And the Knights will collect at the stick of Elia. Looks forward only as far as Laney. Laney has a break here. Looks for the quick shot. It's saved, spilled, and covered by Patisian.
Both tenders in this game, Bruce, have been consistent when they needed to be. More shots on goal for the Cards, 7-1. But listen, it's early in this game. A lot more time to be played. I can't wait. I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's a good time up here in the booth as this game is getting physical. Now Laney on the face-off against Koutsimitos. Or Koutsimitis, my apologies. And that one's won by Laney. It was picked up and dumped out of the zone. Now that's Weaver Vitale. Looks to clear only as far as Koutsimitis. Now Laney circles it around to Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale looks cross ice. Belgrave on the hustle, can't quite get there, and that will be another icing as he's beat out by Pullman.
And yet another face-off for us to discuss, Bruce. Building on what I said about Adam Tredowitz, as I said off the top of the broadcast, they want to win this for the fans. And I talked to him about senior night when you and I were here, and he scored that big goal. He said it's fun to score at home. They've been having good crowds this season. This is another great example of that. And being at home, they need to take care of business.
Exactly, as Puma now over to Wilkins. That's deflected, and it'll find the back of the net. Off the stick by Fensterstock. That one will go in, and the Knights of Geneseo take the lead.
No goal, Bruce.
Actually, I believe we have a no-goal call.
I think
that was high sticking.
I was gonna say there's a lot of Geneseo fans cheering. I
don't think anyone knew what happened besides the ref and our camera guy down on the ice.
I guess so. Yeah, no goal on the play, but major props to our sports director Pat Mahunik for making sure we were on our toes.
Yeah, because I was talking and I was saying the complete wrong thing, so Pat Mahunik I appreciate you.
I was genuinely confused. I'm like, oh, what did the entire campus show up and start cheering? I mean, I was like, they all traveled. They were, yeah, I was genuinely confused because I didn't think they all traveled from near Buffalo.
As was I. What a save by Schiller. Geneseo stuffed by Schiller at the far post.
Man,
but Knight's still bringing on an onslaught.
He is standing on his head. Wow.
Only 3 shots coming so far from Geneseo, but they've all been phenomenal saves by Schiller. He's keeping the Cardinals in this one right now, Joe.
Oh, my goodness. He is being peppered with shot after shot after shot over the past couple of minutes, and he's been up to the task.
Druzik dumps it in, looking to chase. Picked up by Geneseo, tipped in, and gloved down to himself. That's Hogg. Hogg getting harassed in his own zone. As he skates forward, he still has it. He's keeping it himself. Looks to beat one, gets around Doran, and inevitably checked into the wall and picked up by Smunt. Now Smunt looking for a shot, and is blocked by Aruzo. Tipped into the corner, and around to Hogg. Hogg circles. Able to find Young, and will find Hale. Hale will dump it in and allow for his team to go off for a change as Jerusik looks to pick it up in their offensive zone. Now Smunt versus Weaver Vatale. A big hit. Now picked up in the defensive zone by Breyer, who's met at the boards. There's a skirmish. And it only goes as far as Belina. Over to Tredowitz, hits off his skate. Finds Belina again, and he'll dump it in for the Cardinals to chase. Now Maya's there, looked for Breyer in front of the net, couldn't find it. Breyer with a wraparound, and that one's saved away by Batizian. Now Belina again will dump it into their offensive zone, chased by Tredowitz, but it's picked up by DeMuro, and he takes a big hit from Tredowitz.
Nice check, Adam Tredowitz. Wow. Physicality all over the ice the past couple minutes. Wow.
Phenomenal indeed. A lot of possession now in the Geneseo zone, but it goes as far as Brennan Butler. And over to Modry to keep possession. Now Schiller off a miscue from Butler. We'll cover it, and we'll go for a face-off in the Cardinal defensive zone.
This has been a hockey game so far, man. Everything but goals. And as opposed to this afternoon's game, a 7-1 win for the Lady Cards, this is going to be a close game. I can see this being a very close game between these two teams, both having chances and both throwing hits and doing what they need to do.
Exactly. We did see that one go in the net, but it was called off for, not quite sure if it was a hand goal or a high sticking, but we're stuck at 0 apiece. Now Stockdale looks for the shot, and that one finds the back of the net. And Stockdale will put the Cardinals ahead 1-0 in under 10 minutes in the first period.
That's what they needed. The home crowd is here. The signs are out. Everybody's excited out here. Bennett Stockdale, the point getter of this Cardinals team, assistant captain, 14 goals, making 15, 10 assists, now 25 points on the season. And this crowd is into this game now as if they weren't already.
Bennett Stockdale able to find the gap between the glove and the pad of Matt Batizian. And the Cardinals lead 1-0 here in the first period. Now Hale dumps it in. Batizian to collect behind his net and sling it forward. Caruso, he keeps the zone. Harassed, up to Morgan. Morgan cross ice, picked up, skated across center. Looks for a teammate, finds Morgan. Morgan looks to equalize, only hits a body. Schiller's out of his net, but Aruzo is there to collect for the Cardinals. Up to Young. Young slings it in the corner, chased down by Hale. Now Jerusik maintains possession of the puck, circles, looks for a teammate, finds Young. Popped out in front, over to Jerusik, and what a save by Batizian.
Oh my.
Joe Mason, the saves these goalies have made so far this game Puck was given up, put on a platter for Jerusik. And Petizian is able to get across his crease, get his pad to the puck, and cover it.
There are no words. That was the best save of the game, and we're only just over halfway through the first. It's insanity.
These goalies are showing why these teams are in the playoffs, along with a lot of other play in their offensive and defensive zones. Now, Polina able to get the stick to the shot of Smunt, and that falls to Tredowitz, who skates forward with a 3-on-2. Breyer looks back to Tredowitz, and that's picked up by the Knights. Now, skating forward, looking for a shot. Big save by Schiller off of Smunt. Now, Tredowitz over to Polina. Up to Breyer. Breyer looking for the 2-on-2, and will sling it in for Maya to chase. Petizian collects behind his net. Left for Elia. Cross ice. That's DeMuro. DeMuro will pass it forward to Gilmore. Gilmore skates up, met by Ring, who slings it back in only as far as Wilkins. Now skating up the left-hand side. Looks for a dump-off pass, met by Modry. And now it's a breakout for the Cardinals. 3-on-2. Laney looks for the shot, and that's blocked away by Wilkins.
Big block. Big block by Wilkins.
Fantastic use of the body in the defense for then. Here comes a skirmish. Laney got in the face of Petizian, and Pullman was not having any of it.
No, and you can't blame him. Whether it be a Cardinal or a Knight, you never get in the face of a goalie. You know, that's kind of a no-go zone, and no surprise on that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get that intimidation factor, but at the same time, you got to know the consequences are going to come.
Absolutely.
Now Ring looks for a shot. That hits off a skate, and it's collected by the Knights, who try to clear the zone, but it's kept in by Stockdale. Now Stockdale, unable to collect, is fought in the neutral zone, picked up by Gallagher. Gallagher now skates forward, looks across Stockdale, who turns and rifles one. That one goes wide. Now Ring fighting in the corner. Picked up by Modry. Modry shoots. That hits the back of Gallagher's head. And that one somehow stays out of the net. Now.
I think it would have been goaltender interference if it did go, Bruce.
Yeah, I could have seen that too. That was a weird one. As it's a 2-on-1. Ring skates across. Look, that's a great stick by DeMuro. And now he comes on the offense. He's 1v3 in the whole team. He's going through, and Schiller swipes at it. And it'll eventually hit his pad, and he'll keep that one out. Now Jerusik looks to Dangle, met by Thomas. There's a fight over here, and falls to DeMuro, who will sling it in, and Schiller will leave for Aruza. Now Jerusik looks to skate down this left-hand side. He'll rifle one quick. And that will go right into the stomach of Petizian. And you could see Jerusik was getting held off by DeMuro there, because you could see he was going to go get in the face of Petizian.
Yeah, that's the last thing we want to see. I mean, I understand being pumped up for a playoff game, and they deserve to be, but, you know, there's a level of sportsmanship you need to carry yourself with as well.
You can tell this game has already started to take a toll mentally on each other. Both these teams, I should say. Now the Knights take it out. That's to Morgan. Morgan's got wheels, but he's pushed over by Aruzo, and the puck's picked up by Tredowitz. Over to Aruzo. Up to Breyer. Kick forward to Aruzo. He'll skate, he'll circle, he'll get met by two Knights in his offensive zone, and he'll give a big hit into the boards, and now it's in the offensive zone. Another big hit onto Maya. And the Knights will come with possession, only as far as Tredowitz, who will sling it around, met by Pullman. Pullman was lying. Now Wilkins. Weaver Vitale. Up to Breyer. Breyer to Laney. Laney behind the net, that's Pullman. Now Belgrave, who's met behind by Wilkins, takes a hit into the wall, and that one is picked up by Zarowski, the captain. Tries to clear the zone, can't, and that takes a deflection. Only as far as Belgrave, who rifles a shot, and that one goes off the blocker and high.
Golden opportunity, but Petizian was up to the task again.
I agree, Judge. Thomas circles, looks for one, and it'll pop out of the zone. And now on the stick of Weaver Mateo. Who'll dump it in for Belgrave to chase. Belgrave on Pullman. Who'll deliver a big hit, but Pullman was equal to it. Now Butler rifles a shot that goes wide. Now Gallagher and Schmunt on the boards, I should say, to the stick of Weaver Mateo, who'll give it over to Wilkins, who dumps it in, and a nice little jump by Gallagher, able to handle that one down to himself. Now the Knights on the attack. Look for the slap shot. Couldn't find its way through. And now the Cardinals in possession with Stockdale, who dumps it only as far as Doran. Butler and Gilmore in the corner. Backup has arrived. Skirmish still going. And it'll find the stick of McClockos. Getting to the boards. Gallagher to collect. Now with Callanan. Cross ice. And able to clear the zone to Stockdale. Now the Knights back in possession. Over to Macklett. Pass back to Doran, who will dump it in to the Plattsburgh zone. Now Butler able to circle. Find Weaver Mateo. Up to Jerusik, who gets the tip for no icing. Back behind the net is Elia. Met by Hale, and Hale delivers a big hit.
Captain of this team setting the tone for the next two periods, Bruce.
Yeah, and another big hit delivered at center ice by Koutsomatos.
A lot of Greek names, huh, Bruce?
Yeah. Koutsamites, my apologies. Now it's a shot by the Knights, saved by Schiller. Wrestled in front of the net. And he is able to collect off the rebound shot by Demeski. It's definitely going to take me a minute to be able to officially pronounce Koutsamites.
Yeah, there's a lot of Greek players on this Geneseo team, but back to Schiller. He's been good this season, 10-4-0 in 14 games played, 141 goals against, 940 save percentage. So one of the more consistent players of this Plattsburgh team.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal work by him so far, and part of the reason that the Cardinals hold this 1-0 lead. Now Modry circles behind his net to Breyer. Breyer looks forward, great lead pass, picked up by Belgrave, who circles, cuts, drops it off the ring. Now cross ice, look for the shot to Modry. That pops out front to Belgrave, but he rifles that one off the post, and now the Knights on the attack. Circles, Morgan's shot off the skate, picked up by Jack Ring. Now Ring up to Breyer. Breyer pops that one forward, and that'll be fumbled, yet collected by Petizian.
What a chance.
Off
What
the
a chance.
post, Joe.
Game of inches. We say it all the time, Bruce. Whether it be a tip, whether it be a shot off the pipe, it's a game of inches.
It was a phenomenal opportunity. He put all his power into it as we saw him fall over, but unable to find the back of the net, and this one stays at 1-0. Dumped out of the zone, chased down by Hogg with another icing call as Cunningham was right on his tail, but he will beat him there.
2:45 left in this first period. Cards with 15 shots to Geneseo 6. It's been a heck of a game so far. We're only almost done with the first. We still have 40 more minutes of hockey after this, Bruce.
Exactly. A lot of game left. Laney and Zarowski on the face-off. One by Zarowski as the ref does go down. Cross to Cunningham, who dumps it into the zone for Chase. Aruzo slings it around at the boards. Finds a stick of Hogg to Aruzo. Looks to dump forward. We'll find Laney, who tips it in and then takes a hit from Elia. Now Sment looks in front of the net. Laney looks for a shot. It's a kick save and a nice stick to keep that one away from Maya. And that one stays out of the Knights' net.
Man, Maya almost had a gimme there. Wow.
Another opportunity falls short. Picked up by Zarowski. The captain circles forward. Looks to take on the whole Cardinal team. But it'll be a hit at center ice and he'll lose possession by Laney. Now Laney with the puck. Picks it up himself, looks to put one on net, and that one's patted away by Petizian. Back behind the net. Kept in there with a skirmish, slung around by McLachos. Now Modry sticks that one forward, and that'll exit the zone only as far as Doran. Puts it forward. That one crosses the net, and Gilmore will collect in the corner. Now Callanan up for the fight, looks to kick it out of the zone, and he'll do enough to allow that one to clear the Plattsburgh defensive zone. That one's flicked forward over the head of Schiller. Belina to meet it there with McLachos. Now Gallagher fighting in the corner with Macklett. Shot, rifled, and saved by Schiller off the shot by McLachos.
It's been a heck of a game. Minute left, 19 minutes down, 40 more to go. Can't ask for a better hockey game so far. Physicality, goal on the board for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. I mean, you tell me. Is there anything else you can ask for?
I don't think I'm having a phenomenal time right now. This is a fantastic game so far,
yes,
especially if you're a Cardinals fan, as they currently lead 1-0 on home ice. Now Wilkins slings it forward only as far as Hogg. Hogg collects, gives it right back to Wilkins. Cross ice now. Looks to center it. Picked up by Hogg and cleared the zone. On the stick of Pullman over to Wilkins. Wilkins slaps that one away, and the Knights give chase. And Wilkins will collect again onto the stick of Jerusik. Jerusik rifles one. It's saved. The rebound was there, but Hale couldn't get there in time, as he's in a headlock right now. And there was a little skirmish and a little razzle-dazzle in front of the net, but inevitably it was a save, and we will have a face-off.
My question to you, Bruce, are do you use those in your daily vocabulary? Razzle-dazzle and all
yeah,
that
I'm
stuff?
trying to spice it up a bit.
Is there any chance, like, if you're in a class, like, yeah, I'm gonna razzle-dazzle my way into class?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe, yeah, I could potentially.
When a professor takes attendance, you say, yeah, I'm razzle-dazzle here.
Yeah, I do what I gotta do. Little skirmish in the corner, picked up by Breyer. Breyer looks to circle, can't quite get the shot off as he tried to take on 4 Knights. Now a swing and a miss, but it's able to be kept in the zone. Nice little hand there by Koutsimitis. It's only as far as Hogg. Hogg waits, allows for Breyer to collect. Koutsimitis gets a stick to it. It's slung behind the net. Kept out by Petizian. Circling around onto the stick of DeMuro. And that will be the end of the first period here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena, Joe. 1-0 the scoreline in favor of the home team.
Yeah, this first period, if this is any indication of the next 2 periods, we have a heck of a hockey game in store for us, I'll tell you that, because this game has already, through 20 minutes of play, a goal, plenty of hits, some physicality in addition to that. And if you're a Cardinals fan, if you're a player on the bench, if you're a resident of a surrounding town, you're happy. And I'll say this place is jam-packed. The Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena is jam-packed. But if you're not at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena, if you're somewhere else, you're watching right here on PSTV.
Exactly, and we have Hunter Kelly down on the sidelines with the goal scorer, Bennett Stockdale.
I am here with Bennett Stockdale, goal scorer in the first. Real good first period for you guys. The crowd's big here tonight. They generated a lot of noise. Do you think that had something to do with you guys stealing the momentum early?
Definitely. I think we came out pretty strong, but that help from the push, like of the fans right off the bat, really gave us a little momentum there, and we were able to carry it through most of the period.
Definitely. You guys got a lot of shots in the first 20 total. Is that going to be the game plan moving on? Continue to get pucks on net or look for the right shot?
I think anytime you can get pucks on nets, that's what you want to be doing out there. Every shift you want to try to get a scoring opportunity, and throwing pucks on net's never a bad thing. I think it's been working out for us so far.
Definitely. Thank you, Ben.
No problem. Have a good one.
That's all for me. Back up to the booth.
Phenomenal stuff so far in the first period in this matchup between the Plattsburgh Cardinals and the Geneseo Knights. Joe, I had a pleasure doing this first period.
Yeah,
Shots 19-10.
I'm stoked. I am absolutely stoked. That first period was awesome. And when it comes to the Cardinals, just improve on what you're doing. Geneseo, same thing. They both played a very similar game, very physical game, a lot of big chances, and a lot to be proud of on both ends.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second period, but you've heard our opinion. Why don't we send it back to Eli and Pat to see what they have to offer?
Thank you, Joe and Bruce. As the first period comes to an end, Plattsburgh coming hot out of the gates. I don't know how this period went down. Getting their first goal, too. Do we have a replay on that, Pat?
We might, Eli, but that was a good period. It was like a seesaw, back and forth, just offense, offense, offense. And here's the first goal. Plattsburgh in the zone. Bennett Stockdale sniped far side past the glove of Pedersen. The little celly there on the boards. What a great goal by Stockdale, all alone. Perfect shot far side. 1-0 Cardinals.
Yeah, it was a perfect goal right there. The Cardinals shooting 20-10 on shots on goal. Power play, no penalties at all. It's been a back and forth. Like, this game feels like an actual, like, an actual NHL game. Like, you're really fighting for a Stanley Cup spot. And it's, right now, Plattsburgh's really proving it. Like, we have the mentality to go back to the chip, and we're going to stop Geneseo in their place. Like, we're going to stop their streak.
Yeah, both teams are flying right now, Eli. They got their legs. They are just all over the ice so fast for both teams. I thought Plattsburgh looked pretty good in that period. I thought they probably not dominated the period, but they looked a little better in Geneseo, I think. But both goalies really strong. Eli Schiller played really well, and Pedersen played really well, too. He made that big stop in front of the net late in the first period. The goal, tough. He came out a little too far. Stockdale took advantage, far side, 1-0 Cardinals. But overall, just a really good period. And Plattsburgh's offense was buzzing. So.
Yeah, it's true. Plattsburgh's offense came out of that gate saying, listen, I want to win this game. First period is the goal. Get a point in the first period, and then worry about the other 2 periods later. And right now, Eli has the goal in his hand. Geneseo, with 19 saves, it's really, it's anybody's game right now. It's 1-0. You're going into the second period, anybody's game. But, I really have nothing else to really say. It's going to be a good game tonight.
I think so too, man.
Yeah. But we'll be back with some second period preview after these commercial breaks.
Here, that's Unsworth on the breakaway here, trying to score and scores!
And is seeking their 8th national championship.
I'm here with the Cardinals starting center and one of the stars of the game today.
Yeah, not a good look.
The judges and I have been deliberating.
30s, high at 36. PS News' Jeff Koff looks at one challenge facing renters.
Have you ever had a main character moment? I mean, when you first step in front of the camera. I mean, when you ace that exam. When you publish your first novel.
When you take that shot.
When the moment is yours.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival we make sure not only to include representation of one but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International!
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you. The SUNY Plattsburgh Gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
This is KINKS, which stands for Collectively Inspiring Natural Hair Students. We like to promote people to embrace their natural hair and just love who they are. Every spring semester we have a hair show, so if you're interested in modeling, hairstylist, and a makeup artist, this is something to look forward to every spring.
Hello, my name is John Lynch. I'm the president of the school's animation club. While other colleges' animation clubs strive to only show just straight anime, our club tries to be something different, as we show a variety of things such as Western animation, Eastern animation, internet animation, films, and so much more. If you want to meet people who have like-minded taste in animation, then feel free to come on down to our club.
Botany Club is a group of students who enjoy learning about and experiencing the natural world, especially plants, through various activities, trips, and service projects. If you're interested in joining Botany Club, please join us at Hudson Hall on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And for more information, reach out to us on Instagram at Botanical Society SUNY Platts. Hope to see you there.
Ready. Take.
Dance corps makes me feel confident.
Dance corps means to me family. Dance corps is motivating. Dance corps means new friends. Dance corps means old friends.
Dance corps means unity.
Dance corps means creativity. Dance corps means love. Dance corps is fun. Dance corps means friendship. Dance corps is exciting. Dance corps is my support system. Dance corps is my favorite thing.
The sport of jiu-jitsu is mainly for, you can use it for self-defense. That's the number one reason it appeals to people. There's other people who come to this club for the competition aspect, and also a lot of others who do it for the workout aspect. It has multiple ways of appealing to different audiences, and you should come give it a try. You might like it.
Downer is a great option for students just because, one, you get your late night option, it's open, all day during the day. It appeals to so many different students. It appeals to the vegetarians, the vegans, any student that's avoiding gluten. With the Sundowner being right in the ACC, it's a great place for students to come meet their friends between classes, whether they want to get a quick snack, a drink, and just hang out with each other and have a good time. Good atmosphere, good music, good people.
Welcome back, as we got some third period preview for you. I'm in second period. Beth, I'm dying right now. Pat, what you got? Beth, what you got? You haven't spoken today. You have anything to talk about today?
Nah, she got nothing.
Yeah.
Second period, though, a pretty even period, I think. Plattsburgh had the edge a little bit, but Geneseo looked pretty good, too. They were really quick. They did goals taken off the board for high sticking, so that was unfortunate, but Plattsburgh has the lead here. Also, big update, Oswego leading Buffalo State 2-0 right now in their game. So if things stay as they are now, Plattsburgh would play Oswego in Oswego. Obviously, still have 40 minutes hockey to play in both games. So we'll see, but that's what it's looking like right now, Eli.
Right now, I feel like it's Oswego and Plattsburgh. But we have to really give shout-outs to Buff State. No matter what, they're fighting for a playoff position, and they continue to fight against one of the best teams in this conference right now. So overall, this second period is a period to prove that Plattsburgh has the momentum to really take this game to the next level. But we'll see what happens coming into the second period.
Yeah, absolutely. They almost had the 1 seed Plattsburgh, 1 point short. Oswego had it, so that was unfortunate. But Plattsburgh, they're looking good in this game. It's not going to be easy. 20 minutes, pretty solid, but 40 more to go. It's not going to be easy. Geneseo's not going to go down without a fight.
No, definitely. They're fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for their 5th straight title chance, and they're really fighting for everything right now. But Plattsburgh, they're fighting harder. They came out of the first period with a goal. Now they're going to try to add on in the second period. So let's see what happens. But overall, Plattsburgh, Geneseo, second period is about to be a fun one.
It really is, Eli. I'm excited. It was fast, and Robert B. Staff Arena was loud, too. That place is rocking right now. Wish we were there, honestly,
really.
But it's unfortunate. But we get to watch it from here, which is cool. So it's a lot of fun, and I think Plattsburgh might take this one.
Hopefully we can get Bergie up in the booth over there at the arena, but Bergie got a tight schedule. He's VIP over there. But that's all from us here at the studio. Let's send it back to the arena with more Cardinals hockey.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. It's that time again to highlight Cardinal Country's fan of the game. And for this game, we have a treat. Murphy the dog is our fan of the game. Not sure how she got out on the ice like that, but Murphy, enjoy the game and congrats on being Cardinal Country's fan of the game. If you want to be highlighted as Cardinal Country's fan of the game, post a picture showing your Cardinal pride and use hashtag Cardinals on PSTV and tag at Plattsburgh State TV.
It's always fun to see who the fan of the game is, Joe, but I sure tell you, I never expected it to be a dog.
No, I can't say I expected that either, but we don't judge. We respect
not
it.
at all. Not at all.
No.
It's a cute dog.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
All righty, we'll take it back to hockey now. As much as I love dogs,
yes,
we'll get back to some hockey.
We better.
Minute 30 till the second period puck drop. Plattsburgh State Cardinals have a 1-0 lead over the Geneseo Knights here at the Fieldhouse in Plattsburgh, New York. Joe Mason, what did you make of the first period? What could you see going differently? As no power plays so far, we didn't see any penalties. Face-offs went in favor of Geneseo, yet shots went in favor of the Cardinals.
Bruce Juneau, this game has been insane so far. It's been a heck of a game. Still 40 minutes to play, as we highlighted multiple times in the first. It's been a heck of a game. My take going into this second period, Cardinals, keep doing what you're doing. Geneseo Knights, keep doing what you're doing. Both teams played a very similar game, an equal game in many respects, minus the goal. But, yeah, I think both teams played respectable with some physicality in there, with some skill as well. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're both teams. I have no issue with how either team played. They both played very good.
Exactly, and like you were saying, we've seen a bit of everything. We've seen a goal. We've seen multiple phenomenal saves by both goalies, 4 or 5 of them at that. Pardon me. We've seen some razzle-dazzle from a couple players out there. And we're ready to see more.
Are we?
Oh, yeah.
If you say so, Bruce.
As we count down 2 and 1 seconds until we get ready for the puck drop. I keep my throat.
You're having a time, buddy.
The soda I just drank.
The Dr. Pepper did it.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Yep, they're not indeed. As the refs are getting ready, well, 2 of them are, for this puck drop. between Gallagher and Gilmore here at center ice on the face of the Cardinal. We're ready to go in the second period. Gallagher and Gilmore won by Gallagher.
Out in bunches tonight, Bruce. Wow.
Yeah, the fans they just keep arriving. All right, and the Hog throws it into the Geneseo zone to Chase. Wins it against Gilmore. Now Stockdale keeps it in the zone. Onto the stick of Gilmore. Sends it across to Elia. Elia cross ice. Will come over to McLachos. McLachos looks for a shot, puts it forward, and Macklett can't quite find the net. Pullman keeps it in the zone to Aruzo, who dumps it around to Hogg. Now Hogg slings it out. Gilmore keeps it in with a nice little kick save, but it's only as far as Gallagher. Now McLachos dumps it in. Morgan looks for the shot. And it's a great stick coming in there from Hogg, and Schiller is able to cover.
And I did some studying on this Geneseo team to make sure I knew what was going on with each side of the ice. Honestly, players to watch: Peter Morgan, Michalakos, and Dominic Garozo. All three have over 11 goals. Garozo with 11, Morgan with 13, Michalakos with 15. So definitely watch out for them on the Geneseo side of the ice.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff from all of them. And we've heard their names quite a bit as Moji rifles one from center ice, and it'll be dropped down to Pullman, over to Morgan. Find Garozo. Up ice, chipped out by Modry. Now Pullman looks for Wilkins. Chased down by Young, using his wheels, able to win the possession. Pass it back. Hale rifles one, and that's caught and held by Batizian. Another little skirmish.
There's been plenty of those. Are those your two favorite words, razzle dazzle and skirmish?
I'll have another one by the next period, I promise.
If you don't, you're out.
Hey man, I just learned razzle dazzle. Leave me alone. Weaver Vitale over to Brennan Butler, who shoots one, and that'll go up and into the netting, and we'll go right back to where we were 2 seconds ago.
It's been a slower start to the period than the first, obviously. The first period, there's a lot of emotion going into the first period and stuff like that. This period, we've kind of slowed down a little bit, but everything's still there. The physicality clearly still there. Skirmishes aplenty, and a lot to be said for both teams.
There's a nice hit there in the middle of the Plattsburgh defensive zone, and a shot saved by Schiller. Now hitting to the boards. Over to Doran, who rifles one, and that'll take it to Fleshing off Tredowitz. Weaver Vitale goes to clear, and it's kept in the zone. That's wide of Schiller. Behind the net. And a big hit. Now Fensterstock doesn't have a stick. He's able to collect his. And it'll be exited the zone and chased by Maya. Over to Breyer. Breyer slips. Catches a tire, and possession will fall to another scuffle in the corner. 1 card, 3 Knights. That's dumped around and picked up by Belgrave. Belgrave looks in front of the net. Doran with a kick save. He got it caught between his feet, and he's able to clear that one out. Schiller comes out of his net, and will play it to Hogg, who looks to get a fast break going. But great defensive work by Elia, and that's covered by Petizian. This period's starting to heat up like the first one did, Joe.
That it is, no doubt about that. Physicality there, good chances there, much the same in comparison to the first.
Phenomenal play so far. Face off in the Knights zone. Knights pick it up and will chip it out, and it's pop fly catch made by Schmutt. Up to Zarowski. Can't quite get a stick to it. That's a dangle through one. He'll get taken out, and it'll clear the zone for Laney to chase versus Elia. And that will go for an icing. I didn't hear a whistle.
I didn't hear it either. I was a little confused because they both slowed down. I was like, icing? No icing?
Yeah, The
One or
ref
the other?
down there didn't put his arm up either.
No.
I got confused until I saw the guy in the neutral zone. And now we are where we are. Zarowski and Laney on the face-off in the Plattsburgh defensive zone. This one's won by Laney. Picked up by Modry. As far as Thomas, it'll fall to the Knights defense. Up to Cunningham, who takes a blow from a teammate. Now circling around his ring. Ring looks to dump it down for Belgrave to chase. Belgrave versus Elia. And that'll be waved off for no icing as Belgrave gets there first. Now on the stick of Cunningham. Cross ice to DeMuro. DeMuro circles, waits behind his net, allows for the Knights to regroup. Over to Pullman. Nope, that's Elia. He's dumped in for Zarowski to chase. Picked up by Ring and found the stick of Stockdale. Now it's Gallagher. Over to Ring. Ring does the smart thing and dumps it into the zone and allows for them to change. Pullman met by 2 cards. Picked up by Gallagher. Gallagher looks in front of the net. And that one, Stockdale thought that went in. He put his arms in the air, but it was in the corner. Now 3-on-2 in favor of the Knights. Knights look for a shot. Big save by Schiller. Only as far as Wilkins. Wilkins shoots another save by Schiller. And Plattsburgh will possess.
This is bumper car hockey on both sides of the ice. This is nuts.
It's a good way to put it, Joe. I couldn't have said it better myself. I just say skirmishes.
Fair enough.
Now Stockdale will hold it up and allow for the Cardinals to regroup as he chips it down into the glove of Pullman, and he'll collect. Cross size looks to be dropped off, met by Stockdale, held to himself, and it'll be offsides as Jarusic, I believe, was offsides. Someone was offside, doesn't matter who it was. We're in the neutral zone for another face-off, Joe.
Indeed. Those couple chances, that minute or so, 30 seconds, that was insane.
Yeah,
Stockdale had his arms in the air like he just didn't care, and he thought it was in the back of the net, and it just wasn't. Then on the other end, Geneseo with another big chance.
Exactly, as Young skates forward, and yeah, like you were saying, Stockdale immediately put his arms in the air. I saw the puck was in the corner, and he must have just thought it was it.
Confidence.
And that gets lifted up and out of play, almost up into our press box up here, Joe. But that one will be right beneath us, and we'll go to a face-off.
I should start bringing my catcher's mitt just in case one flies
You were a
up
catcher?
here. What?
You were a catcher?
No.
I was a catcher.
You
said
were?
catcher's mitt.
Oh.
Thought you were a catcher too.
No. I wasn't that cool, Bruce, trust me.
Oh, come on. Now Grozo looking to beat Modry to the puck, and it'll be covered by Schiller. Fast pace, intensity is the way that I would define this game, Joe, and I'm loving it.
This has been arguably the biggest game of the year and the most intense game of the year. Physicality aplenty, goals not so much, but we did get a goal on the board. We have had no shortage of chances though, so 21 shots from the Cards, 14 from the Geneseo Knights.
Fans not happy that the ref has not dropped the puck yet, and it's one back to the stick of Elia and held in the zone. Looks forward to Morgan. Morgan looks for a shot. Elia finds it. And another shot coming in from the stick of DeMuro, and Schiller will hold. Geneseo slowly starting to pick up their pace in the offensive zone, Joe. Not that they didn't have any in the first period. It just seemed that Plattsburgh had more. And now I feel like Geneseo's matching that pressure that Plattsburgh had.
Yeah, no doubt about that. First period, the home crowd, you kind of feed off those emotions, but when it comes to
nice kick save.
This period, it's been pretty equal. The energy level has been equal on both sides of the ice.
I couldn't agree with you more. This puck comes around to DeMuro, over to Elia. Elia looks for a shot, and that'll hit off the stick of Maya and go around the boards to Breyer. Now 2-on-2 up to Maya. Maya tips it into the zone and will chase Elia in for the puck. And it's one to the stick of Breyer. Breyer looks for a quick shot. DeMuro gets his foot to it, and that one will go into the corner. puck still there. Tredowitz keeps it in the zone. But it's on the stick of Thomas and cleared out to be picked up and slung back in by Aruzo. Now DeMuro. And it's a offside pass, one-on-one with Schiller. And a phenomenal glove save by Schiller to absolutely stuff Koutsoumides.
What a save. This could be a 1-1 game right now. Wow.
That
Stuck the glove out, no issue. Looked like it was a routine save.
Exactly. He looked so comfortable making that save, Joe. I would be terrified. I'd be running away if I saw that man bearing down on me and Schiller stood his ground and made it look easy.
Yeah, I'd be done myself, but major props. Eli Schiller, one of the more consistent players on this Plattsburgh team.
Another big kick save, right as we talk about it. A lot of shots coming in from Koutsoumides, and Eli Schiller equal to it as the Knights hold in the Plattsburgh zone. Now Belgrave looks to break out, has Laney to his left, and that came out of his net was Patisian, and it takes a tip and goes up over the glass. There's going to be a lot of happy fans out there, Joe, as this is a big rivalry match, and people are going to be getting their pucks.
Yeah, it's been a puck sale today, I'll say that, because they're flying left, they're flying right, they're flying everywhere but on the ice. Oh, did you hear that?
Ooh, I like that, Joe. I like that.
I feel like Dr. Seuss up here.
Red fish, blue fish. Callanan knew he was offside, but the ref had a delayed whistle on that one. He was confused as to why. The good old days.
We miss him.
Not really.
No. Okay.
Gallagher versus Borowski. And it's one back to Weaver Vitale, and he'll collect with Cunningham bearing down on him up to Stockdale, looking to clear the zone. Now Callanan taking on 3 Knights, but it'll be picked up by Wilkins, who loses it. Callanan looks to make a big hit, and he hurts himself as all he hits is boards. Stockdale and Wilkins chip back behind, held in the zone by Butler. Now Gallagher back to Butler. Butler winds up, looks for a deflection, is Young, and he can't quite find it. Now Cunningham will flick it out of the zone where Weaver Vitale will be met by Schmutt. Now Stockdale spins, wraps, slings one. That one goes wide. Gallagher on his stick. Tamodri winds up and fires. Rebound given up, and Stockdale will get taken down. And another big hit by Young.
Bodies flying all over the ice.
It's just starting to get hot and heavy on this very cold, cold rink, Joe.
Yeah.
Now Hale. Jarusik in the corner. Back to Hale. Over to Young. Back pass. And that one's chipped out. Now Jarusik. He's met. And Zarowski, and it falls to the stick of Hale. And a rebound was given up. Jarusik looking to clean that one up. It was saved by Patisian. And then out of nowhere, Wilkins took out Jarusik.
Point blank chance there. That was dangerous. If you're a Geneseo fan, you might have, covered your eyes or covered your ears or covered everything, because that was a scary chance, no doubt about it.
And I'm still kind of confused how we have not seen a single penalty called this game, Joe.
With the amount of physicality, it's been insane.
Yeah, there's been a couple out there that I think if I was a personal ref, which we all know I'm not, it probably would have been a penalty, and that's why it's not. And that's why I'm up here.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Bruce.
Now Breyer, met by Wilkins, looks to keep it in. Only far as Tredowitz, who takes a big hit from Doran in front of his own bench. Moffitt not happy about that one, but we play on. Doran takes it up and will dump it lightly to the stick of Schiller, where it's picked up and found to Maya. Maya with a nice chip pass to Tredowitz. Kept in the zone is McLachos. Now circling, looking back for his stick, but he'll get ridden off by Breyer. Now 2-on-2 opportunity. Young back to Treadwood. Treadwood looks on the backhand and a phenomenal kick save by Patizian. And a skirmish in front of the net. That's what we like to see.
Can't get enough of the skirmishes, Bruce. At least you can't. I myself, I call them scuffles. I call them whatever comes to my mind at that given time.
Yeah, I feel that, and I think that's why a lot of random words come out of my
Fair
way
enough.
at different times of the day.
In all seriousness, it's been a heck of a period so far. Chances on both ends of the ice, the physicality still there, and lots to be happy about.
Exactly. Now Rizzo able to collect and dump it back into the Knights zone where it's met by Patizian. Muro kicks it to Elia, who tries to possess but's met by 2 cards, and it's Jerusik. Jerusik looks in front of the net. Hale with a slow shot, and that's kicked away and picked up by Elia. Elia circles with Jerusik on him, and it'll fall to Jerusik's stick. Over to Young, who can't quite collect. Picked up by Hogg, who gets hit. Young dangles around and will find the back of the net. What a play coming out of Brendan Young. I don't think anyone saw that one coming, Joe, as he came in from the corner. No defender in front of him, and he'll go right around Patizian, and that'll put the Cardinals up 2-0.
Highlight reel goal there, Bruce. It was a major goal. You'll love to see it if you're a Cardinals fan. I will say this. I had the pleasure of speaking with Brendan Young for a good chunk of time. He's a friend of this broadcast. We've discussed many things, me and Brendan Young, and going into this, he wants to win this game for the fans, and you got to love that attitude.
Yeah, and that Brendan Young, the senior number 20 for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. 2-0 in favor of the guys in red and white. And now Pullman cross ice where it's picked up by Weaver Vatale. Now Laney has the runaway pass to Belgrade, but he puts it just behind him, and Belgrade will throw that one off the ref. But it'll come to Laney. This whole arena is heating up, Joe.
On this cold ice,
on this
arena.
cold ice. Big hits coming left and right. Oh, we're getting a...
Wow.
There's a little pushing and shoving going over in front of the Knights bench. A hit came in on Weaver Vatale. I can't quite see who delivered it, but
looks like a penalty.
It does look like a penalty is going to be called on the Cardinals. That's Kevin Weaver Vatale. And it also looks like Greg Koutsamides is also going to the bench as he delivered the initial hit to Weaver Vatale, but Weaver Vatale reacted and
maybe roughing, interference, one of those calls?
Yeah, I'm assuming it was roughing, maybe boarding, a little bit of cross-checking.
A little skirmish, if you will.
Yeah, it was a skirmish. They're going to the box for 2 for skirmishing.
It's a new penalty.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
4-on-4 hockey.
Well, we were looking for a power play and wondering where they were earlier, Joe, and now we got 2 in the box at one time.
Love to see it.
Audrey will collect, met by McClockos. Finds Stockdale. Stockdale puts on the burners. Brings it into their offensive zone where he's met behind the net. Now McClockos behind the net. Circles 1. Looks past Gallagher. Able to flick it past him where Gilmore comes to collect. Now with Wynn. Now Gallagher. Gilmore. Doran. Over to Gilmore. Now with Wynn. The Knights looking to regroup and get something going here with a great stick from Jerusik. Pass forward, Young looking for a dangle, and it'll fall back to Modry, who looks to reset the Cardinals. Now Young off his skate. A little bit of messy work here from the Cardinals, but they're able to clear the zone. Now Jerusik looks to rifle one, and it's saved by Patizian. Joe, Patizian has had a couple saves that he's given up some pretty big rebounds so far in the net of the Geneseo Knights.
I'm having flashbacks to the Cortland game you and I covered with Molly Gorgon. She was giving up rebounds left and right. that didn't end up working out too well for her. So if Petizian keeps letting these rebounds go, more loose change for the Cards.
Exactly, and none of them found the back of the net yet, as we've just had the nice shot from Stockdale, and then Young with his little speed circle have found the back of the net. I don't know what to call it, but I'll come up with a name soon.
It's a big moment.
Yeah. As Belgrave loses control to Dummer. Now Geneso looks for the shot, and he'll find that one top left. And the Knights will find one here with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second period. The score is now 2-1 with a goal coming off the stick of Dominique Geneso.
Bruce, look at my sheet. Players to watch. Dominic Geneso, that's his 12th goal of the season. Got to watch this guy. You got to watch him and, again, Morgan and McLachos, because they have been good, and now we have ourselves a hockey game.
Yes, sir. Here we are. Still 4-on-4 for 20 more seconds. You could tell when he was bearing down on Schiller, Joe, that wasn't finding anywhere but the back of the net.
Scary to think.
Exactly. Now Thomas puts that one in front of the net, but Schiller is able to collect off the attempt by Pullman. We're having fun up here in the booth tonight here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. Where the
How can you not?
Yeah, exactly. Where the Plattsburgh Cardinals currently lead on their home ice against the Geneseo Knights 2-1. We're on 9 seconds left in this 4-on-4. Now Elia looks to pull up Brennan Young, but he's met by the Cardinals. And now a 3-on-1. Make it a 2-on-4 unable to collect. And Petizian goes down. He took a hit, it looked like from DeMuro, his own teammate, as DeMuro blows a tire. And Young looking for a second. That one skied high. The guy behind the glass thought it was going to hit him. And now Jerusik. Modry dumps it back in for Young. Young takes a hit, but the Cardinals maintain possession until he's met by Elia. Modry contains, and now DeMuro. Around it for Elia. Elia dumps it down, and it's a nice little glove there. That one, Butler doesn't know how it wasn't offsides, but it's maintained in the zone by the Knights. Over to Wynn. Wynn looks for a shot, kick save by Schiller. There is a pass back to Butler. Butler to the stick of Modry. Modry across to Gallagher, who gets a stick to it, and that will go into the Knights zone. Dorn slings it around. Weaver Vatale collects. Gallagher behind the Knight net. Callanan looks to circle around. Now Butler. Butler puts it in front of the net. And Petizian knocks his net off. Unintentionally, intentionally, we'll never know, but we'll have a face-off in the Knight zone.
Yeah, you could hear the entire crowd here at the Ronnie B kind of raise up in uproar here because they thought it was offside. Butler thought it was offside, but
I think
the ref
everybody
saw
thought it was offside,
besides
the refs.
The ref saw otherwise.
And us, obviously.
Of course.
We didn't think it was either.
No.
As Zarowski takes a big hit from Weaver Vatale, but it'll be slung around to Schmunt. Now Wynn. Up to Cunningham, over to Schmunt. Up to Zarowski, can't quite get the handle. Tries to leave the zone, takes a big hit from behind from Zarowski, who drops it off to Wilkins, fires, and that's gloved down by Schiller.
Another big save for Schiller. Now look at the shot totals. They're nearing equal. Cardinals with 28, Geneseo Knights 24.
Yeah, you knew coming into this game, if you saw a 2-0 lead from either team, that lead wasn't going to last very long. And here we are, 2-1, still in favor of the Cards, but the Knights pursuing. Now, Wilkins puts it into the zone. You can slowly see the physicality building. Delayed penalty. Nope. My apology. Delayed offsides. Never mind. something that doesn't really matter right now. Alrighty, Wilkins to the skate of Hogg. Hogg keeps possession. He'll take a hit from behind, and that one's going to be a delayed penalty. As I believe that was a cross-check.
That's what I thought.
Yep, I think that was a cross-check. Coming against Tyson Gilmore for the Geneseo Knights, and we finally get to talk about power play and penalty kill percentage. Joe.
Yes, sir. What do you need, the stats?
I can bring it up if you want.
How about this? You do the power play, I do the penalty kill.
Alrighty, as we're going to be seeing a Plattsburgh 5-on-4 power play for the first time this game. Plattsburgh is 19% this season on the power play. They're 15-481.
Penalty kill for these Geneseo Knights, 83%, 76 for 92.
Not too shabby for either side. It could go either way. And Gallagher drops to Breyer. Breyer leaves for Jerusik, over to Hogg. Back to Breyer. Circles, finds Hogg. Hogg to Aruzo. Aruzo to Hogg. Looking for an opening. Aruzo to Breyer. To Hogg. To Jerusik. To Breyer. To Jerusik. Looks in front for Gallagher. Can't find it. Holding the zone is Hogg. Leave for Aruzo. Fans on it. Player falls in front of the net. That was Wilkins, and Cunningham's able to clear the zone.
Good clear for the Geneseo Knights. The pressure has been on since the puck dropped on this power play. About a little over a minute left in this power play.
Yeah, a minute or less, depending on what happens. Skirmish in the corner, over to Zarowski, and he'll just fling that one down. And Schiller almost taunting. And now Plattsburgh breaks the zone. Stockdale uses his wheels and fires one on net. And that'll be bobbled, and Petizian will just swing at that one like a baseball bat. And now it's Koutsimitis. One-on-one with Modry, and that one's fired wide on the attempt at a shorthanded goal.
Geneseo Knights, 3 shorthanded this year.
Oh, Stockdale looking for a little razzle-dazzle drop off to Hale, but he can't quite find it.
Never gets old, Bruce.
I can't. Why would it? This game's slowly getting more fast-paced and more spread. Ring circles, and this power play ends. Modry winds up, fires that one wide. A Ring's got to see Gilmore coming in hot, and he'll drop it off. Leave it for Hale. Hale looks in front of the net for Callan, and it'll be blocked away by Wynn. Now Ring holds the zone. Tamaya met by 3 Knights, and Ring try to find it back in. It's a forward pass to Wilkins. One-on-one. A great defensive effort with Hogg, and that's going to be a penalty.
Penalty shot, I'm thinking.
Shot,
Bruce.
maybe.
No.
Nope, I believe it was just a penalty because of the fact Hogg, it's because it wasn't, Wilkins wasn't like ahead of Hogg.
I understand.
So Hogg came like across him.
I understand.
So it wasn't like, like he's from behind and then he caught up to him or something. It's because he came across.
Game of inches, Bruce. A game of inches.
Indeed it is. And now Ryan Hogg, the senior out of Duncan, British Columbia, will be in the box for 2 or less. And the Geneseo Knights go on their first power play of the night.
This is a big moment for the Geneseo Knights. They score on this, they tie the game, and build momentum.
And they are currently 20% on their power play, Joe. 22 for 109.
Yeah.
They've had 109 power plays this season, Joe.
Insane.
As the slashing penalty allows for the Knights to look to improve this 20%. It's Doran. Cross ice to Gilmore. Back to Doran. Over to Pullman. To Wilkins. And a nice stick there by Aruzo. Gilmore. Tangled up with Jerusik. Picked up by Doran. Left. Now Wilkins fires one, and that's off the stick of Schiller, and he'll come out aggressively before Gilmore can get his stick to it and cover that one up.
Both goaltenders have been great tonight, Bruce. Whether it be Schiller or Petizian, They both faced a similar amount of shots, a 2-shot differential between 29 for the Cards and 27 for the Knights. So it's been a heck of a game so far.
I couldn't agree with you more. Minute 18 left. These fans aren't liking how this ref's holding this puck.
They're ready for hockey.
Yeah, I hear a lot of drop the puck chants coming out of the fans here in the Ronald B. Stafford Arena as Mitchell Hale will clear the zone.
Big clear, Bruce. Big clear. 89% on the penalty kill for these Cards. 85 for 96.
Indeed, it is. Now, possession in the Plattsburgh zone. Multiple players from both teams involved in that skirmish in the corner, and that one will be slung around, but it'll be on the stick of Cunningham. Pardon me, that was Demeski, and that's cleared down by Mitchell Hale. Petizian comes out to collect, leaves it for DeMuro. 30 seconds remaining on this power play with Matchlet. Cross ice pass. He circles behind, finds Fensterstock. And that one's left for Kutsamizis. Over to Matchley, who sticks it down to himself phenomenally. It tried to be dropped in front of the net. That one stays out. Demeski.
Mind-boggling stuff here, Bruce. I thought that was in the back of the net.
I lost the puck there for a second.
I did too. I saw Schiller was down, and I thought out, but apparently not. It either went wide or it went off Schiller.
Exactly, as Wilkins fires one on net as a power play ends and Schiller covers with 45.1 remaining in this second period here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. Plattsburgh State Cardinals currently lead the SUNY Geneseo Knights by a score of 2-1.
That they do, and the shot differential has come closer and closer as the game has went on. Now it's one shot between these teams, 29-28. Wow. This has been a heck of a hockey game so far. I'm excited for the third.
Exactly. We got 20 minutes and 40 seconds of hockey remaining, and potentially more if there's overtime. Stockdale will dump it down. Breyer looks to chase, but Pullman will get there first, and that'll go for icing. I feel everything that's been happening so far has to end with a little push or shove. I feel like I've noticed.
There's been a little tussle, a little shoving and things of that nature. That's just what happens with playoff hockey. Things like this happen. You know, intensity's high, fans are into it, players are into it, coaches are into it, locals are into it. How can they not be? This is amazing hockey.
You gotta love it. And what a phenomenal drop in front of the net, and that one, that'll be gone wide. Like a Rozo, he had a phenomenal opportunity. Great pass forward. Stockdale will beat Pullman and get taken out. And that will look to clear the zone with Garozo. Great lift to the stick by Gallagher. Finds it Stockdale. And the count of the clock will tick down, and that will be the end of the second period. I'm Bruce Juno, this is Joe Mason, and this is Cardinal Hockey here at the Fieldhouse. Joe, thoughts?
It's a heck of a period. Heck of a period. We saw some great hockey. We saw that physicality carry on into the second period, and much of the same. First two periods have been consistently physical. Scoring chances have been there on both sides of the ice, and it's been a heck of a game so far. Brendan Young getting one on the board this period, and could not be more happier for that guy because he, I'll say this, he's a fan favorite among Cardinal country, and going into this game, he told me specifically he wants to win this game for the fans. The fans what make this atmosphere so amazing. Exactly. And we actually have the replay of that goal. Brendan Young going around the net and scoring a goal.
Phenomenal. As they're chucking pucks out here, but Brendan Young, he did I'll come up with a name for it.
The Dipsy Doodle.
Yeah, it was like the Doomsy Doink.
Not the Doomsy Doink. The Doomsy
He
doink.
brought it around. Thankfully, he's left-sticked, if I'm not mistaken. And that allowed for him to find the back of the net. Let me double-check on that one so I'm not lying to you. He is a lefty, so that allowed for him to wrap it around the net of Petizian and find it, as I believe we are going to have an interview here shortly. I just want to make sure before I send it down there with Hunter Kelly. But we are, in a few seconds, going to have an interview with Brendan Young.
The Brendan Young.
The Brendan Young, the lefty Doomsy doinking goal scorer for the Plattsburgh Cardinals.
The man himself.
He named it. That's the Young Special. We're sending it down there with Hunter Kelly and Brendan Young.
All right, I'm here with Plattsburgh's goal scorer in the second period, Brendan Young. First off, great drive to the net, man. Great way to finish while falling down. How big was the play of your goaltender maintaining the lead for you guys in this past period?
It was absolutely huge. I mean, we've hit a couple posts, they've hit a couple posts, but without our goalie making that big breakaway save and what he's done so far, we have a really good chance in this third period. He's gave us a chance.
Yeah, for sure. You guys helped him a lot, too, by blocking some of these shots as well. Is that a focus for you guys, is getting in front of pucks, or do you like to let him see it, not risk redirecting it?
No, we try to make as many saves for him as we can, and I mean, sometimes you just can, but we're trying to block every single shot we can for him.
100%. Thank you for your time, man. Best of luck in the third. For real. No, all good. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Hunter Kelly and Brendan Young, or with Brendan Young down there rinkside, the goal scorer. That is the reason that the Plattsburgh State Cardinals have this 2-1 lead. Joe, or lead, not league. Joe, what do you expect has to happen from both teams in the third period for either or to come out with a win here today?
It has been bumper car hockey this entire game. The past 40 minutes has been nonstop action, whether it be physicality or scoring chances or anything else. It has been an amazing game so far, and I have no real critiques of either team. They've had their chances, they've had their hits, they've had goals on both ends of the ice. Just keep moving forward with what they've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. We've been sitting comfortably here watching this game, but I think I'm going to have to stand up for the third period, Joe.
I don't blame you.
All righty. Well, we're going to send it back to Pat and Eli, and we will see you guys in the third period.
Welcome back to the post period. You know what I mean. Anywho, we're back. Let's recap the second period as the Cardinals add another point. But Geneseo, they answer back in the second period. Pat, take us through this period.
Just like the first period, Eli, a lot of stuff going on. Chances on both sides, saves on both sides. Both teams just hanging in there. We got a really close one here in the second period.
Really a close one right now. Let's see some of the replays that hit the second period right now. The second goal. Overall, Plattsburgh came out on fire. Here comes the second goal.
Here it is, Brendan Young taking it from the corner boards, goes to the front of the net, gets tripped, and puts it in far side. What a goal by Brendan Young. Looked like Bobby Orr flying out there with that goal. Absolutely nuts. What an effort play. We see him all the time in the forecheck. He's in the corner boards, a big effort player, and he laid a big hit earlier too, and he gets a goal, well-deserving for him.
Well deserving indeed. Looks like a ESPN, like that goal can actually be on Sports.
I think so too.
He put effort into that goal that, I thought Plattsburgh was gonna add one more, but yeah, Geneseo, they answered back, and right now going into the third period, it's still a close game, but who really knows who's taking this right now? So I say right now, third period is gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Plattsburgh, to win the third period, I think they need to limit the mistakes. They let up two breakaways that period. Eli Schiller saved the first one with the glove. That was a great save. The second one, though, Dominique Gelroso got in there, got in deep all alone, and he scored that time on the breakaway. So limit those chances, odd man rushes, breakaways. Plattsburgh should be okay if they do that.
No, they should really be okay. But after these messages, we'll be back with some preview of the third period and an interview from our sideline reporter. Stay with us.
Here, that's Unsworth on the breakaway here, trying to score and scores!
And is seeking their 8th national championship.
I'm here with the Cardinals starting center and one of the stars of the game today.
yeah, not a good look.
The judges and I have been deliberating.
30s, high of 36.
PS News' Jeff Koff looks at one challenge facing renters.
Have you ever had a main character moment? I mean, when you first step in front of the camera. I mean, when you ace that exam. When you publish your first novel.
When you take that shot.
When the moment is yours.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival, we make sure not only to include representation of one, but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International!
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you. The SUNY Plattsburgh gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
This is KINKS, which stands for Collectively Inspiring Natural Hair Students. We like to promote people to embrace their natural hair and just love who they are. Every spring semester we have a hair show, so if you're interested in modeling, hairstylist, and a makeup artist, this is something to look forward to every spring.
Hello, my name is John Lynch. I'm the president of the school's animation club. While other colleges' animation clubs strive to only show just straight anime, our club tries to be something different, as we show a variety of things such as Western animation, Eastern animation, internet animation, films, and so much more. If you want to meet people who have like-minded taste in animation, then feel free to come on down to our club.
Botany Club is a group of students who enjoy learning about and experiencing the natural world, especially plants, through various activities, trips, and service projects.
If you're interested in joining Botany Club, please join us at Hudson Hall on Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
And for more information, reach out to us on Instagram at Botanical Society SUNY Platts.
Hope to see you there.
Ready. Take.
Dance corps makes me feel confident. Dance corps means to me family. Dance corps is motivating. Dance corps means new friends. Dance corps means old friends. Dance corps means unity. Dance corps means creativity.
Dance corps means love.
Dance corps is fun. Dance corps means friendship. Dance corps is exciting.
Dance corps is my support system.
Dance corps is my favorite thing.
The sport of jiu-jitsu is mainly for, you can use it for self-defense. That's the number one reason it appeals to people. There's other people who come to this club for the competition aspect, and also a lot of others who do it for the workout aspect. It has multiple ways of appealing to different audiences, and you should come give it a try. You might like it.
Welcome back. Before we get into the third period preview, let's throw it to Hunter Kelly, who has some sideline action.
Thanks, Eli. Geneseo had a real strong second period there. Great neutral zone passing. Plattsburgh's going to have to do a better job of containing that, but they did force a lot of turnovers in Geneseo zone, which could lead to more chances in the third period. Real quick, a thank you to PSTV alum Brennan Dowd for donating these awesome microphone flags. We really do appreciate it. Now let's get ready for some third period action. Back over to you, Eli.
Thank you, Hunter. Hopefully you're staying warm down there because it looks cold.
It is cold. I was down there earlier for the other game, Eli. It was freezing.
Well, that's why we're called the North County, right? Just the coldest weather. But third period action coming up. It's a 2-1 game right now. Pat, what do you have coming into this last period?
I think it's important for both teams to stay out of the box. We don't want to see any power plays if you're the other team. You don't want to, if you're Plattsburgh, you don't want to give up a penalty and let the power play goal. If you're Geneseo, you're down one already. You don't want to take a penalty and hurt your chances of coming back.
Overall, yeah, and plus, you really don't want, if you're Plattsburgh, you don't want to take this to an overtime. They saw their overtime experience last year, and they know what to expect. But this year, it's a different team. They're coming in with momentum, and overall, I feel like Plattsburgh got it. Just add a couple more goals, and they can really take this win to another level.
Maybe. They definitely need some insurance goals for sure, honestly. This is going to be a good 20 minutes, these last two. The first 40 minutes are really good. First few periods were very eventful and super fun, but these next 20 are very important, and we're about to see. We're about to see who's the better team in this next 20 minutes.
Well, Oswego and Buffalo coming into their last period too. They're up 3-0, so we know who is the favorite to see in the championship game. Can Plattsburgh keep this lead? It's all up to the third period right now.
Yeah, it is. Oswego's leading 3-0. They got their lead. Plattsburgh's got theirs. Things hold up here. We'll be seeing Oswego Plattsburgh conference championship.
Well, that is the match and that is the date. Plattsburgh and Oswego. Can the Cardinals keep their lead here in the third period? We'll see more of that with Joe and Bruce down in the arena.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ronald B. Stafford Arena, better known as the Fieldhouse, here in Plattsburgh, New York, upstate New York, where we have a semi-final SUNYAC matchup going on and heading into the third period between the traveling Geneseo Knights and the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Joe Mason.
Bruce Juno.
What are we thinking? How's the third period going to go?
We just spoke about this about 10 minutes or so ago. I'll relay this information to our audience. I'm feeling 3-2 Cards. I'm thinking Geneseo will tie this game, no doubt about that. They're going to play with some momentum going into this third period. And a little show on the ice. Trust me, there'll be some hits. There'll be some great scoring chances. But in my eyes, I see the Cards scoring a goal, maybe 5 minutes left in the third period, win this game 3-2. How do you see this going, Bruce Juno?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared to see how this third period goes. If you guys out there in the world of Plattsburgh Cardinal hockey think that you have seen physicality, then you better stick around for the third period because you have seen nothing yet. Joe Mason, I told you and the fans that I'm going to stand up in this third period, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, and I want you to join me.
I will join you.
This game is about to heat up here at the Fieldhouse. Let's go. Face-off one. Back to Aruzo. Over. Pass forward. Up to Stockdale. Keeps it in the zone. Chased down by Gilmore. Now Gilmore around to DeMuro. Up to over to Hogg. Hogg collects it in the Plattsburgh zone and will circle around his own net. Around to Russo, over to Stockdale. Looks to chip it forward. Kept in the zone and takes a big hit. That's Elia, Nicholas Elia. Able to catch that one, but it was still stuck in his glove when he took the hit, Joe.
Physicality galore, my friend. We're only less than 30 seconds into this third period, and we already have yet another hit.
Yeah, and we're shaping up to be a lot more where that came from, Joe, as Aruzo collects. He's met along the boards by Matchlit. Puck pops out to Young. Young tries to beat one, can't quite do it. And Petizian will come out to collect. Now it's back, rifled. That one goes high. Picked up by Matchlit. Looks crossed ice. And the race is won by Hale. Now Elia looks to clear the zone. Getting harassed by Jarusic. Looks for the stick of McLakos, and he can't find it. And Aruzo collects behind his own net. Up to Hale. Cross ice to Ring. Looks to move with speed. Looks for the quick shot. And another spill by Petizian.
We've said it once, we'll say it again, Bruce. You can't be giving these rebounds away at will to these Plattsburgh Cardinals. And the same thing can be said on the other side of the ice with Eli Shore. You can't be giving these rebounds up because those rebounds lead to goals, and frankly, neither team wants any goals on their own net.
Yeah, both of these teams are willing and able to pounce on the puck at all times, and a whistle is given. I'm waiting for the fans to say something.
It's been a constant all night.
Yep, I think I hear the guy that I heard earlier yell, "Drop the puck." We're back. Face off. Picked up by Maya. Circling around. Now Wilkins. Over to Demeski. Up to Fensterstock, and Schiller will come out to meet him there. Now across, Wilkins. Cross ice, looks for the quick shot. That's saved by Schiller. Schiller will get taken out. That'll go into the net, but it was already called off.
That it was.
So far, a lot of physicality, a lot of shots coming in. It just absolute insanity so far. We told you we were going to stand up. You thought we were lying. We were
Here
not.
we are.
This
Think we
game's
lie? We
heating up.
don't lie.
This game's heating up. Now Thomas and Laney on the face-off. That's won by Thomas. Puck comes back. Pullman over to Morgan. Looks to be found in front of the net. Hogg catches that one, and I don't know how he caught that one, but it falls out. And now Aruzo gives chase. They'll chip it around. Hogg leaves it for Laney. Picked up. Looks for the break. Now Laney, Thomas, and Belgrave will slow up, and Belgrave will chase it in. Now Thomas off the head of Belgrave, with tied up by Pullman. Puck comes to Wilkins. Wilkins up to Morgan. Morgan skates one-on-one with Weaver Mateo, and he'll sling that one unassisted over the glass and into the netting. That was a good effort.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But that went
well
up
wide.
and over the glass.
As some would say, just a bit outside.
Exactly. That's another souvenir. Another souvenir.
We're giving out souvenirs here, man. It's, as I said, I probably cannot make that rhyme again, but I'll say this. It's been a night of flying pucks.
Exactly. Now Schmutt gets hit into the wall, but it'll come around to Cunningham. Met by Modry. They're whacking at it like a baseball, and it'll fall to Zarowski. Met by Butler. 3 cards, 2 nights, and Callanan will come away with it. Now Modry looks to beat one. He will, but it'll be kept in the zone by Wynn. On the stick of Modry. Finds Callanan. Back to Callanan. Up to Gallagher, and he'll dump it in for Doran to come to collect, but it's easy to come out of the net, and Weaver Mateo slings that one quick on net. Off the stick of Zarowski. The net comes off again. And the puck will remain out of the net as Petizian's able to get post to post through his crease to make the save.
Tensions are high as We're just about 3 minutes into this third period. Both teams trying to score. Nothing just yet, but no shortage of opportunities.
Exactly, and that net seems to be coming off quite a bit, Joe. I don't know if it's starting to be intentional or what, but
it's happening all too often.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's happening out there on the ice. Now Zarowski dumps it in, goes off for a change, and allows for Fensterstock to chase, but Schiller will clear it around for Weaver Vatale. Look across for Fensterstock, who will dump it in. And Bolina will chase. Haven't heard his name quite as much tonight. And Demiro will win the race against Tredowitz, and we'll bring it right back to the Cardinal zone for another face-off here with 16:36 remaining in the third period.
I feel as though that the face-offs have certainly dwindled in recent periods. They haven't been as common, and more so it's just been bumper car hockey, as I've said time and time again. It's just been one of those games where the physicality is there and the opportunities are plenty.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it again. I'm just expecting this to heat up more and more with the pressure and physicality. Now on the puck is Kutsumitsi. Now Elia pick this up. Skates it himself, finds Demeski. Demeski circles around, Ring. Keeps possession, puts it in front of the net. It'll fall all the way out to the defense. Off the back wall. Looks for a shot. A pad save by Schiller. There's a whole skirmish in front of the net. Everyone's going down. McClacos able to keep possession, and it'll be able to be cleared out of the zone by Ring. And DeMiro will go down to collect. I'm not quite sure what just happened there. I think there was a shot by Koutsamides. There was a shot by McClacos. And I think Schiller was equal to all of them, whether or not it be the bodies in front or him.
It was a mix of both. I looked over, and there was 4 or 5 players in his crease. I was like, what's going on here?
I don't know how Schiller's able to keep that one out of the net, but he was. Now Ring tied up with McClacos. Hale, and that falls in front of the net. Schiller able to get a stick to it as McClacos was bearing down on him. Now Wilkins met by Jarusic. Jarusic picks this one up, has room, looks to just shoot, and he will. And it falls, and Jarusic follows his own shot. And the spilled rebound will find the back of the net, and the Cardinals will take a 3-1 lead, Joe.
We've said it time and time again, Bruce. You can't leave rebounds in the crease. The result of that goal, a rebound in the crease. Jarusic brings home the loose change. 3-1 Cards.
Exactly, and you could tell Jarusic knew. He's been watching all game. He could see that Petizian has been fumbling some pucks. So what did he do? He shot it and he crashed his own board. And now look at the scoreline, 3-1 Plattsburgh here at the Fieldhouse.
Smart play, really smart play. Got the energy back in this crowd. Not that it was gone, but there hadn't been a goal in quite some time. And to get a goal early in the third, it's a big momentum shift.
Yeah, and you can see it's already starting to heat up even more with the physicality. As Morgan now in the corner dumps it out. Aruzo gives chase. That'll go wide. There's a great hustle from Garozzo, but Ring will get there first. Or Hogg, my apologies, as Garozzo's giving him a couple taps to the back. The ref had to come over and settle that one, but we'll be going back into the night zone for another faceoff.
Tension's high. They've been high all game, and with that extra insurance goal for these Cards, you can expect the intensity to ramp up just a little bit more.
Exactly, and face-off. Puck stays in the night zone with a nice little kick by Modry to keep it in the neutral zone. It's picked up now, cross ice. The win up to Morgan. Morgan drops it off, giving chase is Thomas. Modry wins that race, drops it off for Ring, who circles around, uses his wheels. Can't quite keep possession to Thomas. Morgan now looks in front of the net with a great diving effort. And I don't know what's going on, and that one stays out. every Geneseo player not happy, as it looked like, I believe, a Plattsburgh player took out Schiller and the net, and the net was taken off. The puck went in the net. Geneseo thought they scored.
Messy
Absolute
situation.
insanity here at the Fieldhouse, Joe.
Messy situation all around, and you hate to see it because tensions, as I've said all game. The frustration is building up for these Geneseo Knights because, frankly, they're getting chances, but they can't get goals, and they're just hoping to catch a break here, and they haven't just yet.
Yeah, and Geneseo players were not happy in
Not at
the
all.
slightest by the call made by the ref. But they're discussing it now. Zarowski captaining the Knights, looking at the ref like, how? How is that not a goal?
Messy situation all around, but
Yeah, they're going.
like it or not, there's still hockey to play.
Now they're going to talk to Moffitt. Not quite sure why or what's going on, but it does look like it's just going to be a normal, everyday face-off in the Plattsburgh defensive zone.
It's like nothing happened.
A lot of things happening right now as we'll finally be set for this face-off. Gallagher matching up against Zarowski. Puck is dropped. Won by Zarowski. Elliott with a shot and a tipped in front of the net. Schiller's equal to it.
Oh my God.
And a big hit.
That was dirty. That was
Going
dirty.
into Schiller. Zarowski, the captain.
It looks like Brian Zarkowski barreled into Eli Schiller. Not a good scene here at the Fieldhouse, but
Yeah, I couldn't tell if Modry had part in that or anything, or no. No. That was just all Zarkowski. Zarowski, my apologies, just came bellowing into Schiller. Modry not happy about it. He came in to defend his goalie. There's no call from anybody besides bringing the puck out to the neutral zone.
surprised.
I'm confused.
I'm surprised, confused, all of the above. It's with a play like that, after looking at the replay, you'd think a penalty, a minor,
something,
anything, goalie interference, something along those lines.
That'll be offsides as Breyer hits DeMiro into the boards. This will come right back out, but yeah, that last play, Schiller still looks a little shaken up in his own net. Zarowski stays on the ice. Modry wasn't happy about what happened. He gave some friendly words to Zarowski after the play.
I don't know how friendly those words were, but we can dream.
We're a PG stream, so they were pretty friendly.
No doubt about it.
Now, Schmunt keeps it in the zone. Aruzo collects, puts it around, met by Cunningham. Falls to Schmunt, and Trenowitz with a diving save.
Game of inches.
I think Schiller had it covered, but Trenowitz putting his body on the line, Joe.
As a senior, that's what we expect from Adam Trenowitz. He's been doing this for years now, and he's been one of the more consistent players of this Plattsburgh team, and one of the more important players. I will say that, because he's been crucial to the success of this Plattsburgh team over the past couple of years, and you can see why just for that play.
Yeah, I know, whether it be conference play, league play, playoff play, non-conference play, friendlies, doesn't matter. You always got to put your body on the line for your team. Now slung in is Wilkins. Schiller can't find it. Over to Demeski, who looks to rifle one, but it's met by Trenowitz, and Trenowitz again, and now Breyer, but Pullman will get it over to Wilkins. Wilkins skating through center ice, circling. Breyer goes down. Wilkins circles one, circles two, off the stick of Hogg, and that'll go up and out of play. With 13:33 remaining in the third period, Joe, Cardinals lead 3-1 over the Geneseo Knights.
Yeah.
How we thinking? How we moving? It's heating up out here.
I'm feeling good. I expected a hockey game, and this met my expectations and more. It has been every bit of a hockey game that I thought it would be and more. It's been something.
Exactly. This hockey game's like if you actually get to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one day. What a save by Schiller. And Belina comes over to help out. I'm glad no one really heard my analogy. And a lead pass for Brendan Young as he'll get there. He'll look deep. And it's a great save by Petizian. Young led himself too much. Now Jerusik rifles one, and it's another save by the Geneseo keep. Or Tendy, should I say. This is hockey. Now Hale lead it. Brendan Young again. He's everywhere tonight, folks. He's using his speed. Drops to Jerusik, who fires one, and Wilkins takes it to the knee.
Brendan Young looking for 2, 3, 4 goals. He's been everywhere tonight.
Exactly. He's using his wheels. This place is heating up with the fans and the players and everybody out here as Matchlet hit by Modry. Belina flings it up. It didn't go very high and kept in the zone by the Knights. Over to Doran. Doran rifles. That goes wide and lands on the back of the net. Now Maya slings it around. Doran tried to catch it and caught a tire, and that one's going all the way back, and Grozo is there to collect. He's coming in hot, using his wheels. Looks to beat one. He's tied up by Belgrave, and Butler is there to fight with that with Thomas. That'll come over to Weaver Vattel. Now Weaver Vattel dumps it out. It's kept in the zone by Garozzo, but able to clear it again as Laney fight with Doran, my apologies, and Doran clears it only as far as Brennan Butler, who fans on it. A lot happening. Another blown tire by Weaver Vattel. He gets up quickly. Morgan had the wheels as he was trying to catch Weaver Vattel off guard, as that middle part of the ice over there, Joe, I think I've seen like 4 or 5 people just absolutely wipe out with no one around them.
I don't know if it's the ice or how sharp the skates are, but I'll say this, maybe it's the choppy ice. There have been 2 games played today, the women's earlier in the day, and now the men's game. I don't know, maybe the ice is choppy out there, who knows?
Exactly, but it's definitely starting to affect the skates as pass back. Shot on, and Schiller is able to hold on the shot coming in from DeMiro. Geneseo Knights looking for anything right now to be able to hang in there with these Plattsburgh Cardinals and remain in this SUNYAC semifinal matchup. Looking to face, I believe it's looking like Oswego, I almost said Ohio, but Oswego currently up 3-0 in the other semifinal match with 8 minutes remaining. So it looks like the winner of this matchup here today will be facing off against Oswego and playing down at their place.
Big rivalry, Bruce. It'll be a good one.
For either of these teams.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Now Hale circling. He gets taken out. And that'll be a penalty, a tripping call coming against the Geneseo Knights. That's Corey Cunningham in his first year. Not something you want to see from the youngster, Joe, if you're a Knights fan.
Not something you want to see from any of your players, Bruce, especially this late in the game, third period, just over 10 minutes to go, 11:15 to be exact. You hate to see a late penalty like that, especially down 2 goals. You hate to see unnecessary penalties like that.
Exactly, and we already talked about those playoff stats earlier. Phenomenal in every aspect in the power play for the Cardinals and in the penalty kill for the Knights. As that one is popped out of the zone and bounces over the stick of Modry, but he'll be able to find Ring. Geneseo still trying to keep up pressure despite being in a 5-on-4. Puck looked in front for Callanan, who gets hit by Wilkins. It's Hale. Pass back to Ring. Back over to Hale. Hale now. Ring. Modry. Ring. Cross side. Stockdale fires one. That one's tipped over the net. And cleared out of the zone by Pullman, where Schiller will come to collect and leave for Stockdale, who will wait behind his net, allow for the Cardinals to regroup with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this third period at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena.
We often forget, Bruce, with these college playoff games, it's one game. It's not a playoff series, it's one game, so you need to play your best every single game.
Exactly, and it's one of those sports where physicality really starts to heat up as almost dropped in front there by Gallagher. But yeah, physicality will heat up every second. Pardon me, every second of a hockey game. And I don't remember where I was going with that, but Aruzo now drops it off for Breyer. Now Breyer circles, has Hogg, finds him. Hogg looks to dangle one. Gilmore stays on him, finds Breyer. Back to Hogg. Skates over to Aruzo, leaves it. 15 seconds remain on the power play. Hogg over to Breyer. Breyer looks for Jarusic, and it's met by Elia. And he looks to clear it out only as far as Hogg. And there's a tussle. Hogg and Elia going at it, and that one's thrown down the ice. And this power play will be over. Back to even strength 5-on-5 with 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third period.
Intensity's been there all game. You could see the frustration out on the ice from the Geneseo Knights. They're throwing everything they can at Eli Schiller. They just can't get anything by him.
And offsides will be called on the Geneseo Knights. This place is slowly but surely starting to believe that their Plattsburgh Cardinals will be able to hold on for this 3-1 victory. Everyone here is loving this game. Joe, I'm loving this game. I know you're loving this game. Everyone back in the studio is loving this game. We hope you at home are loving this game because it ain't over yet.
How can you not love this game? It's had everything a hockey game should, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in one day, Joe.
Say less, Bruce. I couldn't agree more.
Now, puck goes back, and that'll fall down for no icing, actually, as Laney will go behind his neck to collect. Met by Fensterstock. Now circling behind his net. Pass forward to Breyer. It'll fall to Wilkins. Finds Kutsamitsi, who fights with Modry. Kutamides can't quite find a handle on his skates, and he went down. Someone else almost went down. Now Young and Laney. Young look forward to Laney. Laney takes a big hit off the possession of the puck from Wilkins. And he absolutely got laid out.
He's back up.
Yeah, that's good to see. He stands back up, but Alex Wilkins, the senior, absolutely completely out of the play, laid out Jake Laney.
It goes back to the sportsmanship we've been talking about, Bruce. I understand things get heated out there, but there was no need. No need.
I mean, yeah, hitting's part of hockey. It ain't hockey without hitting, as myself once said.
I was like, what philosopher said that?
Aruzo behind the net as Fensterstock loses a tire. A lot of tires being lost in the Plattsburgh defensive zone. Rifled on net by Hale, and equal to it is Petizian.
7:36 left. It's been a game to remember.
Exactly. This has been, the refs have definitely been allowing the game to flow, Joe. But we just got to hope they don't lose control of it as the end nears.
Yeah, in a sense, playoffs, I guess the refs kind of let them play a little more, but still there are some calls that should be made no matter it be playoff hockey or regular season or anything else.
Exactly, as Gallagher and Gilmore go at it. Back to Bellina, he'll dump it in, looking for Stockdale. Elia. Now Gilmore. Cross ice. That's Matchlet. Matchlet fires one over to Schiller. Gilmore lost a skate. Now, pardon me. Zarowski with the eventual shot that was held, but DeMuro was barreling down on Schiller, but he blew a tire yet again in the Plattsburgh zone that allowed for Schiller to regroup and see the shot coming in from Zarowski. and lead to this face-off.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence in the past 10 minutes or so. Everybody's been blowing tires left and right, so I don't know if that's going to change or not, but it certainly made a difference.
6 minutes and the change remaining in this third period of action. Speed and wheels coming in here. Looks in front for Zarowski. He spins, circles, finds a shot. And that one's blocked away. Now Young takes away, kicks it forward. Here comes Belgrave. He's looking to get the shot away, and that's great defensive work there by Wynn. And going at it behind the net. Jarusic getting a little rustling and tussling there with, I believe that's Corey Cunningham, but it gets broken up immediately by the refs.
And Joshua Belgrave, who was in on that rush, looking to get the shot off, could not. First-year student from Burlington, Ontario. 13 games played, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points on the season. So a good first year for him.
And I want to make sure it's known, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I did just hear that Buffalo State has scored against Oswego. So I was saying it's going to be Oswego, whoever wins this is facing, but I don't want to speak too soon now, as it's the same scoreline as here, and if it's going the same way there as it is here, it's definitely a thriller. That one's thrown on net, goes wide, falls to Treadaway, 2 circles, looks for it himself, and DeBreyer with a little volleyball dig, I believe it's called. I think that's what my gym teacher taught me back in the day.
What was the word?
What?
What was the word?
I think it's dig or bump. Maybe it's bump. I don't know. It's a
bump in a set.
No, it wasn't a set.
It wasn't
set's when you're over the head.
Bump is.
It was a bump.
Bump is
it
the
was
two-hand touch.
Breyer, he must be hanging out with the volleyball team because he had perfect form, in my opinion.
Maybe a multi-sport athlete in the coming years.
That's what we like to see. Now Thomas wins the face-off against Laney. Wilkins looks cross-ice for Garozo, but it comes only as far as Brent Baller, who gets hit into the boards of the night bench. Now Wilkins circles, chased down by Laney. Possession with the Knights. Pullman looks cross-ice, but it's only as far as Weaver Mateo, who will sling it behind the net, where it's picked up by Petizian, who loses it, and Laney is there to clean up. What a disaster for the Geneseo Knights. Jake Laney got what he's been looking for all game, and that might be the goal, Joe, that seals it for the Cardinals.
What a mistake. What a mistake. Teammate calming him down. Big mistake. Unlucky bounce for the Geneseo Knights. Jake Laney, 2 goals in the senior night, 1 goal tonight, and that might be the biggest goal of this game so far. 5.5 left. Huge goal.
That's absolutely that's unfortunate by the goaltender for Geneseo. He was trying to leave it for a teammate, and absolutely nothing came from it besides a goal for Jake Laney, who I feel like I've been saying his name all game long, Joe.
He's been all over the place.
Now Plattsburgh back in possession. Hale dumps it in, looks to chase, gets hit by Demeski. Now Elia picks up possession. Stockdale gets wrapped up, looks in front of the net, and the lifted stick of Gallagher can't find it. Circling, looks in front of the net, stuck in the foot of Gallagher. Tried to clear the zone. It's another spill. And a hit from behind, and there's going to be, this is something that I've been waiting for, not because I wanted it to happen, but because you could just tell that it was going to happen.
A few face washes in there, shoving, pushing, skirmish, whatever your vocabulary appreciates. Bennett Stockdale to the box.
I'm surprised it was only him.
Yeah, there was
a couple guys going at it.
What was it, everybody on the ice? I
Yeah.
Mean,
Don't worry, Bennett, it wasn't just you.
No, it was far from Bennett Stockdale. There was 2 or 3 other players on each side getting in on that skirmish.
A good little skirmish, eh, there, Joe?
We do. We enjoy it.
For just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena, Plattsburgh State Cardinals lead the Geneseo Knights by a score of 4-1. Timeout has been called.
Is there only a penalty on Stockdale?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Remember, Joe, we learned this last week or 2 weeks ago. You leave the reffing to the refs, or else we look like
I understand.
not the smartest blokes.
I understand, but I also have eyes, and there were many players in that skirmish.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Maybe he was the aggressor of the skirmish?
I think he was, but at the same time, there's a lot going on. Oh, he was, as we look at this replay here, he was giving work to people. I think he's the one that was initially jabbing at Petizian when Petizian covered the puck.
Fair enough.
Because, I mean, you can't blame him. Petizian was on his back, covering it with his legs.
Yeah.
Like, how do you really know that that puck is covered?
We don't.
Especially when you don't hear a whistle.
Yep.
Everyone's going to defend their goalie. It happens. It's hockey. It's life.
That it is.
Petizian is going to the bench.
Wow. Just under 5 minutes left, and Petizian's maybe?
Oh, nope, they're sending him back. I believe it hadn't been. Oh, they're sending him immediately if this face-off is won, and it's not. Aruzo looks to sling it down, and if that net had been open, that might have gone in.
Down to the bench is Petizian.
Yeah, Petizian heading to the bench. Possession with the Knights. It's a 6-on-4 now in the offensive zone. Doran rifles one, tipped, and can't find the back of the net. That was Kutsamitis. Circling, possessing are the Knights. Gilmore barely able to hold that one in. And it goes all the way around to the stick of Miklakos. My apologies. Now Morgan with it. Looks to rifle one, blockered away by Schiller. Gilmore now looks behind the net. Looks to put it in front of the net. And well defensively on this penalty kill. And with a 6-on-4, Joe, is the Plattsburgh Cardinals. And snagged is Schiller. Woo!
I said this in the early game this afternoon. I'll say it again today. The goaltender, you hear this all the time, the goaltender needs to be your best penalty killer. And so far in this game, 4 minutes exactly left, he's been good.
Eli Schiller has played absolutely lights out tonight, Joe. It's 6-on-4. You hear that same guy we've heard all game yell, drop that puck, and the ref does so. Now Morgan will find Miklakos behind the net, and it's back to Doran, who fights with Tredowitz, and Tredowitz able to clear. He races with Morgan, but Morgan's got wheels. Who's more physical, and Morgan will win the race and get it to Doran. Cross ice to Miklakos. Keeps possession. Puts it in front of the net. Demeski, it falls to him. A big save by Schiller. As Schiller gets taken out, and that one goes down, and it'll go wide of the net. The Knights firing on all cylinders right now, looking for a goal. Anything to help them. That one goes wide from Modry.
Not by much, though, Bruce.
Not at all. Any possession from the Cardinals right now could lead to a 5th goal. Big save by Schiller, dropped to Modry, and he'll clear the zone.
This penalty kill has been lights out.
Especially with a 6-on-4.
On this penalty kill in particular, they've been so good.
And we only got 8 seconds left in this power play. Big hit coming in, and Laney will just rifle it around. The power play is over. Now Stockdale comes out firing with a great tip in front of the net by Zarowski. Schiller equal to it. Now, Mary over to Morgan. Morgan looks to rifle one. That one takes a deflection. Able to be kept out. 2.5 to go. Morgan fires one, saved by Schiller. Picked up and circled around. Cross ice. Finds DeMuro. Looks in front of the net for Schmunt. It's a big sliding save by Hale. Now Belgrave. Pardon me, that's Belina. Jake Laney. Now collected by Morgan, who almost lost it into his own net. Almost another miscue by the Knights there, Joe.
Almost 2 huge miscues. Wow.
And that one will go down for icing. Just under 2 minutes remaining, Joe. This is going to be hard work for the Knights if they want to come back from a 3-goal deficit.
And give credit where credit is due. These Knights have been relentless, and Schiller has just been that good to stop all of these shots so far. Minute 58 left.
Exactly. That's Kutsamites up against Jerusik on the face-off. Kutsamites wins it, but it'll fall only as far as Young. He looks for his second one, but he's taken away by Wilkins. Jerusik looks for his second, and it's kicked away by Doran. Wilkins, using his speed, tries to get across ice. It is eventually picked up, and it's fumbled by Schiller, but he makes the save. And Gilmore. Now Young, he tries to send it down. Not enough speed on that one. Wilkins get a stick to it. Minute 30 remaining. Pop fly by Schiller. He'll hand it off to Aruzo. Aruzo circles. He gets dragged down. That'll hit off the shoulder of Doran and go just wide. Over to Wilkins. Minute and change remaining. 3 goals needed for the Knights to be able to tie this one up and bring it to overtime. Now Demeski gets wrapped up. Gallagher circles, finds Aruzo. Aruzo over to Belgrave, and he'll look for the open net, and he can't find it. Wilkins will collect just to fire it down. Kutsamites gets hit into the boards by Thomas, but it's circled around. Looks for the shot. Wilkins, Schiller with a big save. That one, Modry slams it off the boards, and that is going to go down for another icing. This place is starting to erupt. Joe Mason with 40.8 seconds remaining in the third period.
And they have every right to be excited. Their Plattsburgh Cardinals are up by 3 goals. 40.8 seconds remaining in this game. Celebration begin.
4-1 Plattsburgh right now. I can hear the fans more than I can hear you right now.
It's insanity. They love their hockey.
Actually looks for the shot. It's blocked away. And now Gallagher looks into the open net, and he'll seal the deal as Thomas waves him goodbye. 5-1 Cardinals. Carson Gallagher, the man to inevitably seal the deal here for the Cardinals, Joe.
The exclamation point on this playoff
That's
game.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yes, sir. 5-1 Cards. This crowd has gone bananas. A raucous Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena as we speak. About to erupt in the next 33, 34 seconds.
This place is about to go insane, Joe. It's already starting to.
Moffitt's
getting the fans riled up. It's stuff you like to see here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. Players are starting to get feisty. We're getting cross checks from behind. Everybody's getting riled up here. As a fight for the puck, it's one out from behind the net. 20 seconds remaining until this place goes absolutely ballistic, Joe. I'm losing my voice right now. I feel like I gotta yell.
That makes the two of us. I've called 2 games today.
I told you we gotta stand. And the time will tick down, and the Plattsburgh Cardinals are going to the SUNYAC Championship against the winner between Oswego and Buffalo State as they win 5-1 on home ice against the Geneseo Knights.
What a moment. This is a moment to remember, a game to remember. As a senior, you're a senior, we're both seniors. This is a moment that will last my lifetime, your lifetime, the lifetime of every one of these Plattsburgh Cardinals fans and players. This is the moment.
It's been a phenomenal game for the Cardinals, and coming into this, Joe, we knew these teams had played each other twice before. We got goodbye being sung here right now, but these teams played each other before, and it was a 3-2 win for Plattsburgh when we played down at Geneseo, and then it was 2-2 when Geneseo came here. So I was expecting another close matchup, and I would say it was in the terms of play. It just came down to goaltending and defensive work, and Eli Schiller absolutely lights out.
I couldn't agree more, Bruce. You look at the shot totals, 43 for Plattsburgh, 41 for Geneseo. Very close game. Looking at the score sheet, doesn't look that way, but if you were here, Berkey's celebrating on the ice. You absolutely love to see this. If you were here this fine evening, February 25th, 2023, to see these Plattsburgh Cardinals beat the Geneseo Knights, this has been a very great game, a physical game, a lot of goal scoring, and a lot of excitement from this crowd, from this bench, from this press box. What a moment.
Mitchell Hale comes over to get the crowd going. The whole team's here to get the crowd going. This place isn't done erupting yet, as the celebrations have just begun for the Cardinals. Absolutely phenomenal showing from both sides. No hate on the Knights from Geneseo. They played phenomenal hockey tonight. It's just they weren't able to find those rebounds that they needed, that last pass. And Plattsburgh was just playing outstanding defense. There's nothing else you can say about it. It was just, it wasn't necessarily insanely better hockey, but it was just that little bit better that allowed for the Cardinals to win this hockey game.
And the Plattsburgh Cardinals now saluting the crowd. They've been here with them for many of years, some a year or two. Students, fans, locals, everybody in this arena is just pumped, and they have every reason to be. What a game.
Phenomenal game indeed. Who would your 3 stars of the game be?
Schiller, number 1.
Okay.
Young and Laney. Laney kind of put it out of reach. Young put that, I guess, insurance goal in as well, and Schiller has been lights out.
Yeah,
he threw a lot at Eli Schiller tonight, and he was equal to the task, except for 1 goal.
Yeah.
40 saves on 41 shots.
Yep, and that's the man I was going to say. I was going to say Schiller, I was going to say Laney, and I was going to say Jerusik.
Fair enough. He deserves it as well.
There's Brendan Young, another person, very expected. Someone you were much knowing of the 2nd star, and there's the 1st star. We both said it. Eli Schiller.
Amazing.
Kept out 40 shots at him with phenomenal shots too. It wasn't like little, like rinky-dink shot. Like they were some nice shots that he saved.
These were juicy rebounds. These were shots through traffic. These were point-blank shots. It's been nuts. But I will say this, our very own Hunter Kelly is with Eli Schiller, the 1st star of the game.
All right, I'm here with Plattsburgh's winning goaltender, Eli Schiller. You played a phenomenal game, man, really shutting stuff down in the 2nd half. From a goaltender's perspective, when this game goes from 2-1 to 3-1 early on in the 3rd, are you able to relax a little bit, or is it the same mindset?
Same mindset. Don't want to give them anything. Don't want to give them any life. Obviously, the goal helps for cushion, but if they get one right after, it doesn't really mean anything. So.
Yeah, of course. Another thing I noticed real quick is when that puck comes down the ice, you're pretty quick to leave the crease. Is that something you take pride in, handling the puck, get it back up the ice?
Yeah, it's my favorite part, playing the puck. But like sometimes when they're going for a change, if I get out there quick, I can pass it right up to them on the far blue line, maybe get a B-way.
Yeah, I picked up on that. No hesitation at all leaving that crease. Listen, thank you for your time, man. Go celebrate with your team. Yeah, of course. That's all from me. Back up to the booth.
Absolutely fantastic game from the Plattsburgh Cardinals as a whole. And again, like I said before, no hate on the Geneseo Knights. They played an amazing game. They just couldn't handle that Cardinal heat.
No, they could not. Bruce, it has been an honor and a privilege to be calling these games with you, my friend. It has been a ton of fun, and I've enjoyed it.
I might have to try to pull some strings and talk to our executive producer, see if he can't get us brought down to Oswego.
We need to be there.
And calling from Oswego. I think
they need us.
I think our executive producer Jeffrey Koff could definitely pull that off. So I'm not saying to expect us from Oswego. I'm saying to potentially. And we also have the women's game, so we'll have 2 games going at once for all you Cardinal fans. We'll see what happens then. It's been phenomenal, Joe. Always a pleasure. I'll see you next week for the women's game.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
And potentially, probably the men's game as well. We're sending it back to the studio where Eli and Pat will give their take on the game. We'll see you later.
Welcome back to the Cardinals post-game show. It's finally done. Both semifinal games are done. Doubleheader Saturday is over as both Cardinal teams, the women and the men's team, get their games done and clinch a spot in a championship matchup. Of course, the men's going out to Oswego to get to clinch their first title since 2016-2017. So it's been a while. Ending Geneseo's 5-game streak or 5 championship streak, but overall, Plattsburgh, they came out hot. Let's see them. Come on, we have to see those replays.
Yeah, they scored some really nice goals today, Eli, especially the first one. It was Bennett Stockdale. Here they go right into the zone, gets on the left side, nice pass to the middle, snipe far side by Stockdale. Goalie came out a little too far. He's selling, he's hyped, and Plattsburgh took a 1-0 lead early in the first.
Plattsburgh did take a 1-0 lead, but let's get into that second goal where they tried to patch up their league even more.
Yeah, this one was a beauty. This one was by Brendan Young in the corner boards. They're fighting for the puck. Geneseo with the turnover right around the boards. Brendan Young gets a nice pass back. They're still fighting for it. Forecheck is crazy right now. The relentless pressure by Plattsburgh. Just like earlier with the women's team, their forecheck was so great against Canton. It's one reason they scored 7 goals. But right here, Brendan Young right in front of the net, diving Bobby Orr goal, wrap around right past the goalie. 2-0 Cardinals at that point. That goal was amazing.
Brendan Young showing off his Sports Center skills right here. But, Geneseo, they come back. They make the game a 1-point deficit. But Plattsburgh, they say, nope, let's add more. Let's get the third goal up and see Plattsburgh getting the trick shot. Oh, my almighty. Plattsburgh out here just continuing to wreck up Geneseo's defense.
Yeah, Luke Jarusik with the shot from far out. He follows up his own rebound, gets it. Rebound's right there, second chance, boom. 3-1 Cardinals, back up 2.
You saw how that shot was, too?
It was upstairs, fell right down, right in his lap, and he put it home.
He found the opening, and he took it. Let's see that 4th goal right now.
Jake Lanny, the puck hit off the back of the boards, right back in front. Got a little lucky there, but he's hanging around the net. Good things happen when you do so, and that was a dagger for the Cardinals.
Good things really do happen, I'm not going to lie. And now for our 5th and final goal to really patch up the lead and put us in a position.
Cardinals take away the puck. Geneseo down 3 with their net pulled, looking for a desperation goal here, but to ice it, 5-1 Cardinals, and that's all she wrote.
Open net, and that's really all she wrote, as Plattsburgh and Oswego, the matchup that everybody's been waiting for. Of course, that game will be taking place in Oswego, but the men's hockey team, they're coming in with momentum. As for the women's, they'll be hosting Cortland for a rematch of last year's championship game. We'll be ready to see that and give you more coverage on that game. But Plattsburgh, they're on fire.
This was a great day for Plattsburgh Cardinal hockey, Eli. Women's won 7-1. The men's won 5-1. So both dominant wins and both great games. But next week's going to be tough. Cortland, we've seen how the women's played Cortland this year. They lost back in January 1-0. Beat them a couple weeks ago, 4-1. And the men's team, we know how good Oswego is. They're the 1 seed, but Plattsburgh's a 2 seed. So expect to see some good hockey next week.
We really expect to see some good hockey. But, that's all from us here in Studio B in Yoakum Hall. Thank you for watching. If you want to stay more in tune with our content, follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more live streams like this. I'm Elazar Perez.
I'm Patrick Pfeiffer.
And that's all for us tonight. Enjoy the win, Plattsburgh, and have a great night.